Yeah. I was about to swear there, you know. Let's get it, man. Let's go. Shit. Yeah. It's live. What's going on? So, Tom James, put what area you're listening from, yeah? Oh my God, my man hit the. I just said put where you're listening from. So, yeah, Tom James, yeah, put where you're listening from. I want to know where the man name is. Man like Dosa David, walk on, fam. You know my internet brethrens, you know. I don't know what none of you man look like, but still, London, yeah. That's good. Manchester boy M15. Come on, you inspire me to make a couple videos still. You know which ones they are. I can't even remember which ones they are, but I remember. What video was it? Oh, you have to suppress your success around certain people. The one where I was wearing the red jacket in it. Blood, do what you want to do, fam. But blood, I'm saying don't move to Northampton. I know I'm here. I'm trying to get out of Northampton, innit? But if you're coming up to Northampton because you want to buy a property because you can't get on the London property ladder, then yeah. But it's up to you, innit? You have your own reasons, maybe personal reasons, maybe not. But me personally, but I wouldn't recommend coming to Northampton to anyone. Eh? Do not like this place one bit. It's too far. It's too far, isn't it? Like basically, what the main problem with Northampton is to me is right in London. Yeah, every area is dead on its own for the most part. So if you isolated Edmonton and stuck it in the middle of nowhere like Northampton, yeah. If you isolated Edmonton and you stuck it in the middle of the East Midlands, in the middle of nowhere, or if you isolated Tottenham, if you isolated Brixton, isolated Stockwell, you understand what I'm trying to say? If you isolated those areas and stuck them in the middle of nowhere, they would be dead too. But the thing with London, the thing with being in Edmonton is, 5 minutes that way, Tottenham, 10 minutes that way, Enfield Town, 10 minutes that way, Wood Green. In Northampton, it's just Northampton. When you want to go out to the neighboring areas, there's no neighboring areas. You're going to find yourself on the M Ross Clark 1 doing a 21-mile journey through some idiot 60-mile-an-hour variable speed cameras as well, you know, just to go to Milton Keynes because there's better restaurants than that there. It's dead up here. It's dead up here. If Northampton was a part of London, it would be cool. Because you wouldn't even be in Northampton. You just reside here, you just live here, and then you go, get me, do all of this, do what you need to do in other areas. It's dead up here. But each to their own, innit? If you want, move up here for your own personal reasons and that, it's up to you, innit? But me, if I could go back to London and buy a place in London, I'll buy a place in London. Or at least be 30 minutes away, innit? The thing with Northampton again, it's too far from London for me. It takes me an hour and a half to get to Edmonton from my yard. And my yard, Edmonton, is at the top of North London. It would be worse if I was from Islington. I met a guy yesterday, proper, he was a road you could tell this jail nigga. Yeah. He moved up from Islington to Northampton. So the main talking point today is we are our own worst enemy. But obviously, as you know already, Dosa David, I always like to talk about other stuff before I get into the main talking point of the video. So yeah, what I'm gonna start with is why I will never get married. So I must have been at work today, innit? Boom. I was in the office chatting to the office people and that. And just as I was going out the door, my coordinator who sorts out my work and that for me, um, she said, "Oh, are you gonna get married and that?" I said, "Hell no!" And my coordinator, she's a big woman. She's like 60. My manager, he's like 58. So these are big people, old enough to be my parents, and that they just laughed at it. I said, "It's all right for you, if you don't want to do that, you don't do that in it. But I'm not getting married." Which made me remember a conversation I had. So I was at a man's yard one time, and his brother came over, innit? And I ain't seen him for years. Like, yeah, I ain't seen the youth. Like, raw, man's 29 now. I think I was all 29, 28 at the time. I ain't seen this guy for about 12 years. Like, got man on Facebook, I think, but I ain't seen him for 12 years. And so obviously, he was just asking me how I was and I'm keeping it. That he knew that man wrote a book and that, and I do the YouTube thing and that, because obviously he's got me on Facebook. Anyway, I don't know how it came about, but the topic came about marriage and that. And it's so frustrating to have someone try to tell you what they think is right, and they're living in some blue pill la la land and that. And it's frustrating, when you want to hold your mouth and that, like, because you know about female nature, you know about the red pill thing, and you just got experience with women and that. And it's frustrating to have a man who is married to a dead thing, yeah, for one, trying to tell you about being married is the best thing, you need to get married and that, like trying to look down on the fact that you don't want to get married and that. Because me, if I'm gonna fight an argument and that, I'm gonna fight it to the fullest. I ain't gonna bother fight. You understand what I'm trying to say? Innit? And it's frustrating to have a man tell me, "Oh yeah, man, we should get married and that, and my marriage is the way forward and that." And like, why don't you want to get married and that? I find them things they're frustrating and that, because I can't really go in on this conversation and that, and really tell man about what it really is, like what women are really about and that, when I've got a room and a house full of blue pill people, men and women. You understand what I'm trying to say? Man can't really talk the deep thing, innit? So man just had to weekly just, "Oh yeah, man, I'm not really interested in marriage and try and keep it moving," innit? But I had to hold my tongue. I had to hold my tongue. I had to hold my tongue. I told my tongue. And now I'm more frustrated than a man that's married to a dead thing trying to tell you about, you should get married and that. Like, blood, the man is married to a dead thing. One of them things there you would never touch. Like, and the guy is such a neek. He doesn't even understand the situation that he's in. That's what I'm saying. These men they can't think outside the box, or look at their situation from a third party and realize, but man was in the friend zone for a whole year. This dead thing that didn't even want to give me play for a whole year, I ended up marrying her. A man don't understand that he's in a situation where he was in the friend zone for a year. That girl, the reason why you're in the friend zone, because the girl's not into you. Yeah, the reason why you're in a friend zone is because she's got her eyes on other people, and the reason why she married you is because, you know what, them fuck boys there, they just lash me and dash me and that. And you know what, you're a good guy and that, you're a good provider and that. Fuck it, I'll marry you. A man don't even understand that he's in that situation. A man don't understand that potentially, if it's not happening now, if it ain't happened in the past, it potentially is gonna happen that the girl's gonna cheat on him. Marriage, do you know who marriage is for? What type of man marriage is for? Because these men don't understand. Blood, if you get married and that, you're gonna potentially lose half your fortune. Yeah, you're gonna lose half. Fuck all that. You think them prenup things stand up in court? Them things they get thrown out. You still gonna pay the bitch some money in it. No disrespect to call the women that or whatever, really, but you gonna still pay the woman some kind of money. Yeah, you think you can just cut ties with a woman that you've been married to for 20 years or 10 years and that had 1-2 youths with? You think you're just gonna cut ties, take your yard and leave her homeless out on the street? You got another thing coming, bro. You're gonna lose your fortune. Marriage is for men that are broke. Marriage is for men that are marrying women that are earning more money than them. So it's a come up for them. Yeah. For most women, marriages have come up for them when they break up with the man. Because, yeah, what? I get half his fortune and that. Look at that woman that got married to flipping Jeff Bezos. I don't know what she was doing before, but now my woman's a billionaire just because she married Jeff Bezos. Look at man, you think I'll get married? You think I'll get married? You know, any man that watching this right now, whether it's live on the replay, yeah, if you're working at Asda, cool, get married and that. But me, I got things to lose. Yeah, I'm in the process of buying my third property in this country. And imagine me getting married and then what? Walking away with 1.5 house and that. You must be going crazy, cuz I ain't getting married. No way. I'm not getting married, fam. How dare a man who's married a dead thing? Like sometimes, yeah, like I'll watch, like when I used to go back to my mother's show, my mom was going through a period where she was watching this program called Say Yes to the Dress. And some of these girls that are going up into the bridal store, sizing up dresses and that, I'm thinking, who the fuck would get down on one knee and propose to you? Like, what waste man with no options in this world would get down and want to commit to you? Like, the types of girls that are like just average or scraps to the man then. Like, these men are out here really wifing up the bad boys, scraps and discard. You understand what I'm trying to say? Like, there's no way, fam. There's no way. I'm like, some of these girls I see, like some girl, I've seen 1, 2 girls on there. I'm like, yeah, I can understand why a man would want to propose to her. But other girls, as common, as average as they come, man are getting down on one knee to propose to an average thing, to anything. Talking about anything. I don't know if you lot saw that video man uploaded the other day, yeah? When I was talking about, I think the lengths or whatever men will go to for women and that. So basically, if you ain't seen that video, basically, man saw a post on the Shade Bar. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, innit? I hear what you're saying, though. It's a traditional thing in some cultures and that. But you know what? Man for break traditions, innit? Man like Quincy. What's going on, fam? Long time since I see you in the live stream, you know. But what I say, yeah. So anyway, boom. This guy must have yeah. So on the Shade Bar, they posted up a little post, a little tweet thing, and basically this guy from the UK, probably London, has flown all the way over to Australia, and the girl said, "Oh, he flew all the way over from England to Australia to take me out on my first date." When I zoomed in, yeah, you know, man, after, yeah, you understand what I'm trying to say, innit, yeah? When man zoomed in on this gal, because how dare a man waste his time, waste a seat on a plane for any dead thing? Like my girl trying to say, oh, she's pretty. Oh, don't, this girl is not pretty. Yeah, this girl is at anything, almost a dead thing at that. Literally, there's no way I'm gonna be getting off my seat to go and jump on a plane to go 24 hours across the world to go and take out a girl on a first date at anything that I could walk down the road. I could go out to Shoreditch and draw a girl like that better than that. Why would I do that? Furthermore, I could walk down Tottenham High Road and see 10 girls that are better than her. Why the hell would I take up myself and go to another country for an average as they come, girl? You must be going mad, fam. Man, them are neeks out here. I wouldn't spend 1 penny. She would have to come to me and book the hotel. Rub my feet as well. Piss me off, blood. Yeah, I heard of him, but never seen him, never met him in real life and nothing like that. He's a bit young for me, but yeah, never seen him, never met him. But yeah, never. These are the lengths that man am I going to. Man are trying to argue with me about why I'm not married, and the girl that you're married to, I would not even sleep with her. I would not take her. When I say I wouldn't sleep with her, I wouldn't even sleep with her if she offered it. No date, you know, just come over. Just come over. This is how low certain man's standards are. This is how, you get me, man don't respect themselves. This is how the lack of options that man them have, that they would marry a dead thing that put them in the friend zone for a year. Oh, you're going crazy, cuz. And then try to convince me to get married. You're a guy, man. I've never listened to that nonsense. Never listened to that nonsense. But yeah, obviously, some people do it due to tradition and that. Yeah, even if it's due to your tradition and that, but find a girl that is better looking. Yeah. And you know what, even if I don't care how nice the girl is, you know what, forget about the looks. Yeah. Blood, you're gonna lose half your fortune, blood. Because most men don't know how to maintain the attraction of a woman. This is the thing, man, them don't understand how to maintain the attraction of a woman and that. And if you get married to a woman, if you don't understand how to maintain the attraction of a woman, your whole fortune, you're skating on thin ice. Because if you don't know how to maintain the attraction of a woman, the woman loses the attraction for you, she's gonna file for a divorce. What are you going to do if she wants to file for a divorce? Remember, you cannot talk a woman into attraction. You cannot talk a woman into wanting to be with you if she doesn't feel it no more. You're playing it. You may as well play Russian roulette, fam, with a full clip. Yeah, because most marriages end. Yeah, before, obviously there's always a tariff on everything in it. There's always a time span on everything in it. Yeah, but most marriages end way too quickly. Way too quickly. I blame the man there for putting themselves in that predicament. Especially the man them that's not a part of any culture where they have to get married. You get me? Man practice certain religions and that, like, it's forbidden to have children, let alone sex out of wedlock and that. So I get it. Fine. Let me see. Literally, like, some of the girls that man's been with in the past, I'm thinking like, blood, I ain't even taken this girl seriously in a relationship. I didn't even want to be in a relationship with this girl. And you will go on wifey and put a ring on a finger on a girl that's dead? You might, fam, some of these girls, like some of these men that wife up these things, I'm thinking, blood, if you've ever dealt with my things in the past, yeah, you would have wifed them up on the first date. I said, would a virgin divorce you? You know? Fam, I don't. It's long, fam. Man, not getting involved in this marriage thing. He must be going crazy, blood. Even my girl, she's a mortgage advisor. She was on a call yesterday, no, chatting to one of her work colleagues yesterday, and I heard them say they don't even want hold on, let me get it straight. Let me get it straight. Hold on. They would rather the people them not be married when they go for the shared ownership property. Because if things go bad, they're gonna have to sell the property and that. That's what I'm saying. Even the mortgage lenders and that are telling mortgage advisors and that are saying, boy, they don't even want people that's married. They don't even want people that's married. But there's girls out here, they will try and convince man and try to play these little mind games and that with man to try and convince them that they should get married and that. So boom, prime example. I'm not gonna say no names and that, but I was chatting to a man the other day and he told me that his girl said, oh, they won't take you seriously when buying a mortgage. They won't, the mortgage people, them, the lenders or the mortgage brokers and that will not take you seriously buying a property if you have a girlfriend, but you're not married. So basically what she's saying to a man is, you need to marry me and that, yeah, because obviously they're not going to take us seriously. This is something that someone has just plucked out of thin air to try and convince a man that they should get married and that. So what about all the couples in this world that are not married that have properties together? What about all the brothers that have properties together? What about all the sisters that have properties together? What about all the mums and sons or dads and daughters or dads and sons that have properties together? You don't need to be in a relationship or a committed marriage with someone to buy a property. This is, see what I mean? This is the manipulation that women do. They pluck things out of thin air that sound good, that sounds about right. Yeah, yeah, I'll run with that. Yeah, tell their boyfriend and that, yeah, in order for us to get a mortgage together and that, we need to get married. And some man will run with it. A man come to me and I said to him, nah, fam, that's not true. No, 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 that's not true. And I had to make references twice on that day and the next day. I don't want a man getting trapped. I don't want a man getting trapped. I don't want my friend, my people then getting trapped and that. No, man says shared ownership's a mugs game. Why would you say shared ownership is a mugs game? I mean, it's better to own a piece of a pie than to own nothing at all, isn't it? Yeah. So it's better to own a piece of a pie than to own nothing. But with the shared ownership thing, is you're paying rent. Yeah. See, a lot of people and gal in particular like to fool people on social media, and I clocked it only just now, innit? Like only of recently, innit? Because obviously my girl's a mortgage advisor, and it's obviously man chat. And I noticed a lot of gal, black gal, would always be stunning on the gram and that. Yeah, they all have all picture like of their new key, yeah. So they'll have a picture. They'll take a picture of the key in front of the house. Just bought my new property and that, rare, whatever, and yeah. And I see quite a lot of gal in there, a lot of black girl, a couple white gal and that. You get me? But urban people and that, not no square nerdy people like, you get me? People there, minute, yeah, urban people and that. The type of people that wear Gucci, Balenciaga, you know them people there, innit? Trendy people. And I was like, bro, how comes all these people manage to get their hands on a new build property and that? Bro, what go on here? And I realized, oh, okay, they're only buying a share of a property. So they're probably only putting down 5 or 10 grand for a new build property and that. But they won't tell the gram that. They won't tell the gram that their mortgage is £200 a month, but they're paying £400 a month in rent. Yeah, see, these people, they hide shit on the gram and that. Yeah, they won't tell us that in it. Yeah, they'll just, oh, I got this new property and that. But you only got 45% of the property. Yeah, like when we try and own the whole thing. But again, obviously, owning a piece of a pie is better than owning no pie in it. Yeah. But I just find it funny that, oh, okay, I understand why a lot of these gal nowadays are in new build properties. I got to think about, bro, how they get so fortunate that they're able to buy a brand new build property? Because new build properties are always overpriced. Yeah, it's like a new car. A car might be worth 10 grand on the forecourt. You drive it off the forecourt, now it's worth 8. New build properties are always overpriced and anything new. Yeah, a PlayStation or whatever in the shop is whatever amount of money, but a month later it's worth £80 less or whatever. New is always overpriced and that. I was like, right, how comes these women are always in these new build properties and that? They looking fresh and that. Get me stunting for the gram. And I clocked, oh, it's just shared ownership. They put down 10 bags, which is nothing. They're paying £250 a month in mortgage, but they're paying 5 bills in rent. I mean, it's better than nothing, in it? But to then still stunt on the ground, like, yeah, I'm doing your thing, do your thing. You're half kind of doing your thing, innit? Man like Jerry Manning, what's going on, fam? Yes, blood. My returning brothers. All right, let me see what my man's saying now. I think if you get married to a girl with a high body count, you definitely get divorced. All right, everyone put in the chat, yeah, right now, yeah. What do you think a high body count is for a girl who is 25? Yeah. So what's a high body count for a 25-year-old girl? And what's a high body count for a 25-year-old girl? A man said 3, you know, blood. A girl will do that in a month, brother. Furthermore, a girl will fuck 3 friends. Yeah. Wait, if you think 3 is a high body count for a girl that's 25, yeah, you ain't got no chance of fight. You best go to the Catholic Church and find a nun to blood clot. Yeah, 3 galleon, 3 man is a high body count. These guys will do that in a month, blood. Nothing. I do know a girl that knows a girl that has got a body count of like 50, and the girl's 30 something, you know, 30, you know. Imagine being 30 with a high body count, with a body count of 30. Sorry. The girl's 30, she got a body count of 50 over that. Trust me, fam. Sky high, blood. Blood, you best go to the nunnery, blood. You best go on some nun dating site or something, blood. That's madness, blood. But MH, where you watching from, fam? I want to know where everyone's watching from, innit? So obviously I know certain man, obviously, man don't need to ask. Dorset David, he's from Walthamstow. Obviously Quincy, I know where Quincy's from. I know where Jerry Manning's from. And you, Marie, was it Mariano? Where you watching from? East London, okay. Yeah. 3, that's nothing. We're looking for a Virgin Mary to blood clot 3, you know. Trying to think. Ooh, what would the ideal body count be for a girl that's 25? An acceptable body count. All right, everyone put down in the chat, what's an acceptable body count for a girl that's 25? Knowing female nature, yeah? Don't come in here with your blue pill flag and, if a girl's got more than 6 bodies, she's for the streets and that. Most gal have got more than 6 bodies, yeah? So 10 bodies at the age of 25. So put down in the chat what you think an acceptable body count is for a girl that's 25. Acceptable. Bearing in mind, yeah, gal are active from 16, 17, 14, 15, blood. Oh, what as a man say, well to me, high body count, anything above 1, rather be alone till death to me. Fam. Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. 10 is, yeah. Back in the day, before man knew what these girls was really about, I would have said easily, like, oh, if a girl's got 6 bodies, she's for the streets and that, blood. That's when man is naive to this shit, fam. Yeah. I hear what you're saying, innit? Like, yeah, me. Wow. Remember, you see these girls like Cardi B, Meg Thee Stallion, and that. It's fashionable to be that way now, isn't it? Yes. All right, let me tell you something. Yeah, what I've clocked. There's a change in this thing. You see, back in the day, yeah, man would label a girl a sket or a junge or she's a slag, whatever in it. Yeah. You don't really hear anyone really calling girls a slag or whatever. Yeah, you hear man say she's for the streets and that, but like, or you don't really hear anyone call a girl a hoe because now most girls is hoes, no disrespect. Yeah, like before, like you could identify a girl that's a slag in that, but like all girls are on the same shit. So I don't even think a slag or a hoe, unless a girl's getting battered in the alleyway in the back of a burnt out car or something like that. Like then maybe she might be called a hoe. But if a girl just sleeps around and that, cause remember back in the day, if a girl sleeps around and that, she was automatically labeled as a hoe and that. Now a girl that sleeps around is just a human. Yeah, is a female human. Yeah, I don't even know what a hoe is anymore. Cause you see them girl there, Meg The Stallion, Nicki Minaj and that, Cardi B, they've all it's cool to be a hoe now. The man says she has 200. Fucking hell, fam. Ran through like a fam. There's some porn stars that don't even have that much bodies now. Literally, cuz. Okay, you're from Manchester, yeah? Cool. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Men, we care about a woman's past. We care about a woman's past. If one of my friends has banged a girl, she is no longer on. She can never put in an application to be my girlfriend. If one of my friends has banged her. Now, if one of my friends took a girl on a date before, that's cool. Yeah. If it was a while ago, that's cool. But even if he's kissed her, yeah, they get me. You get me transfer fluids and that. I'm not really on that, cuz. But definitely, if my friend has banged a girl, I don't care if it was 10 years ago. No, there's no way my friend can come to my yard and I'm there with my girl and he has flashbacks of, you get me, all these different kind of positions and that. Nah, fam. There's no way. My friend should not have seen my girl naked. Yeah, that's what it is, cuz. That's what it is. That's what it is. My friend should not have seen my girl naked. So yeah. Yeah, there's always some neek that's gonna marry. Listen, Mia Khalifa got married. Yeah, I think some Swedish guy married her. He's a fucking idiot. How are you marrying a woman where the whole world has seen her naked, has seen her in different positions and that? Why are you going to want to reproduce with a woman that when your son is 15 years old, he could be in class. Who knows about in ITC class, in ICT class, in your IT class? Who knows about? We used to have this thing where it was like some proxy, or I can't remember in it. Yeah, something that used to bypass the intranet. So basically, we could watch porn in our ICT class, innit? Yeah. You breed up a or even breed up or marry whatever in it. Yeah, you have a youth with a porn star in that. When your son's 15, if they have access to certain things that can bypass certain intranets at school and that, his brethren in class can watch his mum. Yeah, yeah. Why would you want to get married and have children with a porn star? You're a madman. You must be desperate. I'd rather fly to Australia and go on a first date with a dead thing than go and marry a porn star. Get on my Ross Clark nurse today, fam. You're going nuts, cuz. Even like with the Kim Kardashian thing. Yeah. Kanye West is a madman. Like, how you, fam? You're gonna breed up a gal that there's a sex tape out there. Don't get it twisted. If we got whoever's got girlfriends in this, whatever, watch it live, watch it the replay, whatever. Somewhere, some guy might have an old little, you get me, little amateur tape with him and your girl 20 years ago in a file on his dirty, dusty hard drive in his loft with all the skeletons and that. So there might be some evidence somewhere in it, yeah. But you know what? With those things there, it's about the exposure. Yeah. Imagine, yeah, you get beat up and rushed in the streets. Isn't it 10 times worse if there's a video recording of you getting beaten up and you getting stepped on like a crisp packet? 10 times worse. 10 times worse. Yeah, you're getting beaten up. Yeah. But the video recording makes it even worse. So yeah, there's a lot of girls out here right now. They might have a little some guy somewhere has got a little tape or a little stupid ass, two pixel camera or whatever in it, on his old 6230 of it, this girl doing something she's not supposed to, and that in a few thousand files on his hard drive upstairs that don't work, and that. But it's not an issue until it gets exposed. That's where it is, man. So if Kim Kardashian had that sex tape with Ray J and it never got exposed, it is what it is. It is what it is. But the fact that it's out there for the world to see, nah, there's a problem there. Man, the video recorder. Yeah, nah, I can't say the same with it. I think what did I used to have? Like, we used to do this thing like drapes in and like fighting in school. That's what man might have had. Man, like Xavier, come on, fam. You get me? You don't need to put that where you're from in East London. But yeah, man, like Xavier. Yeah, if I went back on my old hard drives and that, I would have like a couple of cool videos of me and my brethren fighting and them things there. But yeah, then you know, no sex tapes and that. So yeah, the Ray J thing with Kim Kardashian ain't that bad if there was just a sex tape and it never got released. But it's out there for the world to see. Like I said, oh, from Turnpike Lane, yeah? Pick up. I got some local people out here. Yeah, for the world to see. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool if a girl gets recorded and that, as long as it don't get out. As long as it don't get out. Because it does make a difference. Why you think they got all them little, and man, no one get into no conspiracy theories and that, but you get me? Area 51 is Area 51 because they got tigs in there they don't want people to know. Because if it gets out, there's gonna be a problem. Yeah, man, not trying to say they still got dinosaurs or aliens, and I ain't into no conspiracy theories. Although they're interested in that, I'm just saying, you know, the government and that, and there's certain peoples they want to lock certain things up because it's not for the world to see. It makes a big difference. But oh, one sec. But yeah, so one thing I wanted to get into, because obviously the main talking point is we are our own worst enemy. But as I always do, as you know already, man likes to talk about other things and that before I get into the main talking point. So I released a video, I think it came out like yesterday or the day before, and it called Everyone Wants to Be a Boss. And I was going to change the title of the video, but I thought, let me just leave it. So nowadays, and this has been going on for years, isn't it? Yeah, everyone wants to be a boss. But is it everyone wants to be a boss because man are truly entrepreneurs and that? Does everyone want to be an entrepreneur because they truly have a desire to run their own thing and they don't want to, you know what I'm saying, they be controlled by an X-Man? Or is it that man them are really lazy and they're confusing that with being their own boss? See, there's certain man out here, they don't want to work. They don't want to get a skill or a trade. Not because there's some entrepreneur that can sell water to a flipping dolphin and that. No, there's a lot of man out here that want to be a boss, want to be an entrepreneur because they're lazy, fam. They don't want to put in no work. Yeah, like I was saying in that video, if you've seen it, if you haven't, the guy that's a window cleaner, man. This is not a man who is an entrepreneur or something like that. No, this is a guy that fucked about on the streets, could not be bothered to get any sort of skill and that. So he's thought to himself, you know, what can I do that requires no skill, but I can get a van and start working today? Put a couple flyers out, make a couple people talk. Bam, I'm a window cleaner. I'm a carpet cleaner. I'm a mobile, what do they call it? Mobile car wash engineer or something like that. Laziness. That's the reason why a lot of men want to be an entrepreneur, you know, or they claim to be an entrepreneur and that. They can't be bothered to get a skill because getting a skill takes 4 years. Certain men, they don't want to do that. So they rather just buy a van for a couple grand and start cleaning people's windows and that. Yeah, make 200, 300, 400 pounds a day. Nah, it's laziness. It's lazy. Don't get twisted. Like I said in the video, man's not knocking no one's hustle, but it's the mindset that comes behind it. Why are you a window cleaner? You're a window cleaner because you're too lazy to get a skill or a trade. You cannot be bothered to sit in the classroom. I've got a problem with that. Turn on the light. So yeah, man. But yeah, that girl there, it's just funny, isn't it? Like I remember, like I said, I remember I got the girl's number. I was 17 and that, and yeah, this girl was talking about, yeah, I want to go West London to eat lobster and that. I'm like, huh? I'm from Edmonton. Yeah, I ain't going West London. What I look like, fam? That blood man don't have money like that. Man, not even never been on a date at the age of 17 and that. I rolled you, but about talk about lobster. Like them people in Chingford, they're just across the water from us. Literally, they're across the other side of the River Lee. They're on the other side of the A406. But because it's a bit suburban, a couple of them people there live in houses that their parents own. They think they're posh. But then the girl years later goes and breeds up a window cleaner. See these people that have them ridiculously high standards and that, they're the ones that end up with the lowest standards, with the lowest outcomes. Tell me. You think like a girl like that talking like that, like, yeah, you get me? Like you'd think that should be with a guy that's, you get me? Because you know what? Sometimes, yeah, it's not all about the money, you know. Sometimes you just want to have a job that's respectable. Yeah. Some man will think, yeah, man, earning £400 a day, working as a window cleaner and that. Yeah, that's cool, innit? And don't get it twisted, innit? Forget anyone's opinion, but sometimes, you know what? You want to have a job that's respectable and that. Some people ain't gonna take you seriously if you're a window cleaner. Yeah. Some people won't take me seriously as an electrician. I've had it before. I've been on a dating site, the Tinder and that. Match with one gal, I think she was Chinese or something. She said, oh, what do you do for work? I'm an electrician. That was the end of the conversation. But this is the type of girl, she probably on there looking for a doctor or a lawyer or someone white collar job and that. Not taking man seriously. Obviously, my philosophy, my mentality is, yeah, bun them people with it, yeah, but still, but still, but still. I made a video, I released it, yeah? Women want a man that they can be proud of. So you could have a girlfriend who works in a bank, who is an accountant, who's a lawyer, or whatever in it, any white collar professional job. And she has work colleagues and friends who are white collar professional people. If you are a delivery man, when she's out with her brethrens and that, yeah, just a girly thing, yeah, girly chat, yeah, 4 or 5 of them around the table and that. They will start talking about their boyfriends and that. Are you single? Are you single? Or whatever. Or they will know each other's status. Or let's say you're in a room full of gal that you don't even, she's in a room full of gal that she doesn't know. They're gonna start going around the table. Oh, are you single? No, I got a boyfriend. Oh, what is he doing? You got a boyfriend? Yeah, what is he doing? Yeah. And all these girls that have got the same sort of white collar jobs, accountants, lawyers, whatever in it, yeah. When it comes to the girl who has the boyfriend who's a delivery driver, can we skip this part? I beg this fire alarm in this yard where there's no fire alarms. I beg there's a fire start so I can get out of this place. Literally, fam. Literally. You know, like them people, like, you know, like when you're in like a group meeting or like activity, you know, like you do them things there where you're in a room full of people and you have to basically break the ice and go around and say, oh, hi, I'm Jay Wise and I wrote a book and that. Yeah, one thing that's interesting about me. And you know, there are people there who's like nervous and that. They're like, oh, please, man, I don't want to get to this part. I don't want to talk. And that. That's how a girl will be thinking, you know. Sometimes you get me, you want to do things that other people could be proud of. Would your mum really be proud of you if you were born in this country, born in England, and the best thing you could have done is become a window cleaner? Seriously, ask yourself this question now. Like, man's born in this country. Would my mum be proud of me for being a window cleaner? Come on, man. Come on, man. I don't care if a man's mum's a window cleaner. If a man's a window cleaner and his mum says, I'm proud of you. She's lying to him. She's lying to him. Because I certainly would not want my son to be no rascal window cleaner. A man that does this, you do this all day. What the fuck, fam? I'll slap my son into next week if he thinks he's gonna grow up in this country. The land of opportunity, blood. Are you stupid, blood? The land of opportunity where man are hiding inside a plane and man are falling out of the sky and landing on people's patio and that. Man are going through those things to get to this country. And the best thing that you could have done is become a window cleaner. If obviously you have some kind of, you get me, some mental disability, then yeah, fine. Yeah. Man's not expecting the same outcomes, but you got a healthy brain, healthy body. Yeah, you don't need to be Einstein. Yeah, you don't even need to be a mathematician and that. You got a healthy brain, healthy body, and the best thing you can become is a window cleaner. There's a problem there. Born into this country. If you're from Romania or if you're from Central African Republic and that, where man come from hard times, man don't even know what school is and that. Yeah, cool. I get it. I get it. But not if you're born in this country. Nah, fam, you're on a joke team. Yeah, yeah. Or bricklaying. Bricklaying. I made a video the other day talking about bricklaying and that. And I was saying that, you know, the more you put into the classroom, the better pay your job will be and the easier your job is, isn't it? So the more you study in the classroom, the easier your job will be and the better pay your job will be. So for example, if you want to be a bricklayer or a delivery driver or a rubbish collection man, they pretty much, well, definitely a delivery driver and a rubbish collection man, they require no studying whatsoever. Even a bricklayer, there's no real brain work there in it. There's no real studying in that. Yeah. So yeah, it's easy to get into. It's easy to get that line of work and that. But there's going to be a strain on your body, let alone the shit pay that you're going to receive. Yeah, if you're working for a company. Whereas opposed to if you become an electrician, you put 4 years in the classroom, you become an inspection and testing person. Your job, you're going to have to study more in the classroom, but then your job is going to be easier. It's going to be less strain on your body. In that video, I'm showing man how I walk around my yard plugging in and I get paid £300 a day for that. Yeah. So as an electrician, I study for 4 years. I have less strain on my body and I get paid more than a bricklayer and that. Now, if you decide to become a doctor and put 8 years into the classroom and that, yeah, the studying is hard. The studying is mad, blood. You know what? When them man they come out, them man they want 80 grand and that, whatever. Yeah? Their job is so easy, blood. And they get better pay. You know what them man they do? I've been to the doctor, fam. And I told him, oh, I've got these symptoms and that. And I see him typing on the laptop and that, or the PC, sorry. In my old GP, Chalfont Road, N9. Quincy will know it. Boom. My man's typing on the thing, and then I said to him, "Oh, I heard that a lot of the doctors they just type in someone's symptoms and that or whatever, and that's how they get the information." He said, "Yeah," and he showed me on his screen. He flipped the screen around and he showed me. I'm like, obviously, a man had to study to get in a certain position. I get it, and get paid and that. But it's like a man's just going to Google to find out, you know, putting in symptoms and that, and he's finding out what issues I have and how to treat it and that. But this is the power of studying and that. So the more you use your brain, the easier your job is going to be. Yeah, and so the more you study, the easier your job is going to be, and the more you're going to get paid. You want to be a lazy fucker and be a delivery driver or a rubbish collection man? Yeah, easy to get into and that, but you're going to get paid less. And you're not going to have a profession that much people are going to be proud of. Yeah. There's no girl alive, unless she's a fucking an idiot, yeah, on benefits, is going to be proud to say that my boyfriend is a dustbin man for Haringey Council working for Viola. There's no way, fam. Most people don't even want to take their own rubbish out, yeah, let alone having to drive around in a dirty dust car. You ever been, any lot been stuck behind one of them rubbish bins, the trucks or whatever, stuck on the street on a one-way street, and you have to sit behind this rubbish truck and the smell, and you're riding around for the best part 5, 6, 7, 8 hours a day in that. Oh, you're going mad. You must be going mad. All right, let's see. Don't worry, Marcus. I ain't forgot you. Hold on. So what if he's the manager of a window cleaning business? He started when he was started at 18. I mean, look, I ain't knocking no one's hustle on that, but why did he start the window cleaning business and that? Why was he not in college, and then why did he not go to uni? These are the questions, you get me, that man needs the answers to. Why did he go down the route of being a window cleaner? But obviously, like I said in that video that I was talking about, you know, like some people, you know, back in the recession days and that, and it was 07 or whatever, when there was the crash and that. There's a lot of white collar people, they lost their jobs and that. And some people, they had to just quickly find something, yeah? Oh, be a cleaner, be a window cleaner, be a carpet cleaner and that, and bam, they actually establish a fucking serious business out of that, innit? They got all 10, 12 man with vans driving around. That's cool. You fell into it. That's cool. But not think to yourself, you know what, yeah? I can't be bothered to go to college and that. I can't be bothered to be an apprentice and that, because I pissed about during my 20s. Now I'm 29, 30 years old. You know, I can't be bothered with all them things there. I'm too big and too bad to be a man's apprentice, be a man's slave. So, you know what? I'm just going to start window cleaning. Nah, I can't expect that. Can't expect that. It's just like man them off the road. I know man off road, they don't want to sell drugs no more because it's hot. They've been nicked too many times. The cops is watching. It's long. So you know what? I'm going to start Forex trading. They're doing the Forex trading and that because they cannot be bothered to go to college and study. They're lazy, fam. Because if being an electrician was something where you could just snap your fingers and have the skill to do it, they would do that. But they cannot be bothered to sit in the classroom for 4 years. Because this is what the man them do as well, yeah? A lot of men did study electrical or plumbing or something like that. Or even like maybe even sports science. But a lot of man, they can't focus on one thing. I know, man, been in college for 3, 4 years. Every year they start a new course. I'm doing sports science. Then I'm doing electrical. Then I'm doing bricklaying. Man can't finish nothing. So what they do is when they're 17, 18 and that, they think to themselves, yeah, I know the thing in it, yeah. Like, oh, I'll find my thing in it, yeah. Life will work itself out before you blink, before you snap your fingers, fam. You're 29, 30 years old. In that time, you've been pissing about, trying to jump on this money-making scheme here, this money-making scheme there, but it don't work out, yeah? And then you're 30 years old. It's like, blood, I ain't got no skill, fam. You may as well be in jail, blood. Furthermore, there's man in jail that got more qualifications than you that they got in jail. All right. Let me see. Yeah, man. In time, innit? So like man's got like 800 and I think 11 subscribers and that. So yeah, you have to get 1,000 subs first, and then you can get the super chats and that. So patience. See, this is the thing. See that word, the P word, the patience of that. This is what the man them don't have, fam. But like I said, if they could snap their fingers and be a qualified electrician or plumber and earn £200-300 a day, oh, everyone will be an electrician. But certain man don't have the patience. That's what I said. I know a man doing sports science, doing electrical, doing plumbing, yeah, doing all these different courses, and man are jumping from course to course because they ain't got patience. They can't see something through. They're lazy, blood. Man, they want quick fixes. Obviously, I get it, yeah. We will have to start somewhere. Yeah, we can't. Obviously, I'm saying don't pick a job just to impress people on that. But what I'm saying is like, not everyone's going to be impressed that I'm an electrician. There's some man or some girl, like I said, there was a girl on a date and she was just like, you know, wait, what do you do for work and that? And I told the electrician that was the end of the Ross Club conversation, bro. Yeah, I'm not gonna impress everyone, but you know what? Man's buying my first property right now, innit? Yeah, so yeah, you can laugh at me for being an electrician. And how many properties you got? Yeah, but again, this ain't no measuring contest. Man, I want to say the D word, innit? And I ain't compared to Gallup. What I'm saying is, this ain't a measuring contest, and that. But yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, yeah. But if it don't work, yeah, in the future, right? This comment so long, I can't even see my face, and yeah. Then what? Then what? You want to put yourself in a position where you got something to fall back on. There's always going to be someone's always going to need a plumber. Someone's always going to be need an electrician. And that. We can do without carpet, window cleaners, and that. Yeah, that's something you can do yourself. Get yourself a Ross Clark ladder and a hose pipe and some and a bucket and a sponge and that. And you can do your windows yourself, innit? Yeah? But when shit is the fan, you need something to fall back on. I would never run out of work being an electrician. Never. Never. Maybe in 200 years' time when they're using some kind of wireless energy or something, yeah. But I ain't gonna be around then. So for my lifetime, I'll always have a job. I'm gonna always have a Ross Clark job. All right, boom, boom, boom. The real money. Fuck, there's so many comments on it. The real money is in IT and big tech. Yeah, yeah. One of my brethren earns about 10 grand a month doing cyber security and that. So yeah, there's big money in doing IT and that. So yeah, I would never not. Yeah, man. Then if you want to do IT and that, do it, fam. Do it. Yeah, I think I know where you're going with this, innit? Yeah, as in patience is if I keep hanging on to this, if I keep trying these new little stupidness and that, maybe something will pop. So yeah, maybe if you're saying it in that context, yeah. But for the most part, man are not patient, man are lazy, fam. Man are literally lazy, bro. We all talk about patience, certain man can't see anything through today. No, no. No man come out of uni and that they got this degree, but then like they're just on a job team working all these different kind of jobs and that. Like man just don't know what they want to do. Man need to learn how to find one thing and stick to it and then elevate through that. I think what you're saying, Jay, is the classism is real. Certain people look at blue collar jobs. Yeah, 100%. 100%. 100%. Like I said, there's some girls just being an electrician alone. No, no, no. Even like in Africa and in places there, or Poland and like Eastern Europe, they don't respect electricians, you know. It's only in a dumber and man love my country, innit, you know. Don't get it twisted, in it, yeah. But only in a place like England will people respect. Like, I'm telling you, being an electrician and that, it's coming like you get me, you're really up there in this country. Whereas in other countries and that, in eastern parts of Europe, they don't respect electricians and that. No way. No way. Only in England people rate people for being an electrician. Like, oh, it's an amazing job, and I don't get it. Don't get it. Fam. Oh, it's that science, technology, engineering, and mathematics and that. Find something that you could do that, you know, like if someone's creative and that, maybe they'll be good at, like, I don't know, doing interior design or graphics design or being an actor and that. You know, they get me? Them man, they're not tapping into the complete logical side of their brain. So maybe do something, you understand what I'm saying? Like be an actor or go into acting school or be a graphic designer and that. You know what I'm saying? Where you create stuff. So yeah, you might be a natural at that. Do that. Do that. Do what comes natural to you, innit? Yeah. What do you like to do? Okay, man saying Japan respects engineers and in Germany. Engineers or electricians and that. And when I say electricians and that, I mean like plumbers. Like in England, they respect tradespeople. I'm not saying man for not respect them in it, but what I'm saying is they put them up there like, yeah, they rate them like they're lawyers, the blood clot. So would you say in Japan they respect tradespeople, not engineers in it? Because engineers are different to tradespeople. But yeah, back to that. If a man you know, he's good at doing like stuff to do with that creativity and that, man should focus on that. You know, if you're the type, if you was the type of you in school, you used to love to write books, like literally you write and make up stories. Well, I don't expect you to be a mathematician. I expect you to maybe be a poet, man that writes novels and that. Yeah. Was it R.L. Stein or whatever, the guy that wrote the Goosebumps books and that? But I doubt that guy there was you know, the top of the maths class and that, but he was probably top of the English literature class. So that's why he went into writing books and made money. Yeah, Roald Dahl. Remember, yeah, press one if you remember reading the Roald Dahl books and that. Press one if you remember reading Roald Dahl. Press two if you remember reading Biff and Chip. Yeah, them books there in school. That will tell me your age. Press two if you remember Biff and Chip. Yeah. Them man there that write all them novels and them little books there and that, them man there probably was not the brain box of the maths class and that. Them man there was probably top tier in English literature, innit? Yeah. So, you know, go where your skill takes you. Man's got, yeah, you get me. Biff and Chip. My God. This is taking back way back. But then again, them books there's probably still around anyway. But yeah, I remember reading them books there when man was 6, 7, 8 years old in 90, 97, 98, 99 and that. I swear Kipper was the dog, innit? I think the dog was that yellowy color or something with big flappy ears or something. Let me know if Kipper was the dog. I'm sure the dog was Kipper. But anyway, let me move on to the next topic now. Before I get into the main topic, I'm going to talk about this. I can't remember what made me think of this earlier, innit? But this is when you know you're on a jolting in life, yeah? When you're a man and you have a little sister or a sister at that, but especially a younger sister, not 2 years younger than you, considerably younger than you, 9, 10 years younger than you. And at some point in your life, whatever reason things go bad, it's got nothing to do with health conditions and that. Yeah. Because you can't help if you have bad health to a certain degree. Now, if you're eating chicken and chips 10 times a day, then obviously, but if some mad health conditions strike you at that, well, it's just unfortunate, isn't it? But it ain't got nothing to do with health conditions, in it. It's got something to do with bad and poor decisions and that. If you're a man and you grow up and that and you end up living at your sister's yard, you should be ashamed of yourself. I know, man. I've come across man before who is big man, but they're living at their little sister's yard. Their little sister's 30 and their man, they are 40 years old. What are you doing living at your little sister's yard? Your little sister's got a family. Your little sister's getting dug out in the room next door in the middle of the night, fam. This is madness, blood. That's when you know you're on a joke thing when you're living at your little sister's yard. This is how you know you ain't got your things patterned if you're living at your sister's yard, fam. Your little sister. Imagine me. Yeah. Imagine me. Like my little sister's 9 right now. Yeah. Imagine when my little sister's all 25 years old. Yeah. In about 16 years' time. Imagine me. I'll be about 46 then. Imagine me going to live with my little sister as a big rascal 46-year-old man in my little sister's yard. This is someone, my sister's supposed to and have to always look at me in admiration. I want to be like that guy. I want to be like my older brother, Jay. How can your sister look up to you if you're sleeping in her yard, on her sofa? Your younger siblings and that, whether they like you or not, they're supposed to look at you and think, yeah, you know what, yeah, if I ended up like him, my life wouldn't be that bad, innit? Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? My little brother, we don't talk and that, we don't get along. But there's no way he could not think to himself, you know what, yeah? If I was in Jay's position, I would even mind. Yeah, he would like to be in my position. Yeah. Set your feelings and emotions aside and that. Get me? There's no way your little, especially your little sister. Maybe if it's your little brother, innit? Yeah. But me still, I don't business. But it's just that little bit worse. Remember what I said earlier? If you get rushed out on the street, it's bad. But it's even worse when there's a phone involved, when there's footage that can get repeated, and circulated throughout social media. It's bad if you get me, you ain't got your life pattern and that you're on a joke thing, and you what do you call it? You have to end up sleeping at your little brother's yard, and your little brother is not 2 years younger than you. He's 10 years younger than you. That's bad. But it's even worse when it's your little sister. Get me? Little sisters are supposed to look up to their big brothers. If anything, your little sister is supposed to come sleep at your yard when things go bad. You see me? I got my thing patterned to the point where, and I told my mum this, if you and my stepdad pass away, I'll take my little sister on. I got a bedroom upstairs. I got 2 bedrooms upstairs. Furthermore, I got a yard around the corner. But obviously, she's too young to live on her own and that. Literally, I'm in a position where man can look after my little sister. Yeah? She's at an age where, boy, you get me, in a couple of years, well, in September, she's starting secondary school and that. You know, when little kids are in secondary school, 11, 12, 13 years old, they're basically self-sufficient. They can look after themselves to a certain degree. They don't need to be babied and that. They can literally, like, you can literally just give them the key to the yard. They can come home from school, because if they're in secondary school, they should be traveling to and from by themselves. They can come home. Okay, dinner's not ready, but you know what? There's a ready meal that they can put in the microwave and that till you get home to cook dinner at 6 p.m. or whatever, or eat leftovers and that. Get me? When kids are teenagers and that, you're pretty much just providing a roof over their head and paying bills for them, innit? They're pretty much self-sufficient. I could take care of my little sister, no problem. I could provide a roof over her head, no problem. Imagine in 20 years' time, I have to go and sleep at my little sister's yard. Rock bottom. But you know what? That's not rock bottom. Man's heard worse stories than that, you know. Man's heard about stories where a man, and you're laughing, yeah? Oh, okay. I've heard stories where men have to go. Imagine this: if staying at your little sister's yard wasn't that bad, or was bad enough, imagine a man has to go and live at his daughter's yard. Imagine you, big rascal, 50-year-old man, have to go and stay at your daughter's, who's 30 years old's yard, with her boyfriend digging out your door in the middle of the night. And you can't say no. What can you say, fam? What can you say, blood? What can you say, fam? Rock bottom. Okay, man said Roald Dahl was an Air Force pilot during World War II. Yeah, the gold key, I remember that. It is embarrassing. My little sister fall on hard times. She could come live with me. I ain't gonna look down on my little sister, but I'd expect my little sister to look down on me if I was going. Imagine me, big rascal, older brother, I bathed my little sister in it, cradle her. She's all 10 years old. Man, cradle her like she's a newborn and that. And imagine she's there providing a bed for me in years to come. Joke thing, man. But this is what happens when you don't make good decisions and that, where you try and wing it, like be like these man jumping from this and that. Man just become a youth worker because he done some little idiot 6-month course and that. You think these men that become youth workers, it's not because they care about the youths then. It's because they could just do a quick 6-month course. Come on, them are lazy, fam. They don't care about the youths. It's easy to get into. I'm still a youth myself because I'm still not found. I ain't got my head patterned and that. So you know what? I might as well do this little idiot 6-month course so I can earn £80 to £100 a day. I'm still talking like them, literally. And I know man's talk street, so you get me. I ain't gonna completely throw myself at that, but man will always be a street man. But I still talk like them. I'm still on the same energy as them. Okay, I might as well do this little course for free because the job center put me on it. And boom, I can earn £80 a day just for talking to youths and that. So man become youth workers, and I almost see these men don't care about the youths and that. And some of these youth workers is the worst. If you've watched enough of my videos, you'll have heard me mention it a couple of times. If you ain't, you're gonna hear it now. When I was 16, there's this thing called youth offending team you have to go to. It's basically probation for under 18s, yeah? And there's one at the top of Bouncers Road, which is the Enfield one. So anyone that gets in trouble in Enfield, which is Palmer's Green, Southgate, Enfield, obviously, Edmonton, Winchmore Hill, if you get we have to go youth offending team, which is probation for the under 18s, for the minors and that. You have to go to the top of Bouncers Road, isn't it? Yeah, that's where the Enfield one is, isn't it? And I remember there was one guy, obviously he knew man was involved in the gang thing or whatever. And this white guy, I think he was like Greek, but born here, like English born, but Greek, like Cypriot or something. And I remember he said to me, I remember it like it was yesterday. I even picture him right now. A short guy, got a bit of weight on him as well. And he's like, you boys from around there ain't bad. The real bad boys are from where I'm from, South London. They don't talk, they just stab. So what you're telling me, an impressionable 16-year-old that's trying to build up a reputation on the roadside, what you're basically saying to me is, stop swinging punches, stop talking, and start picking up tools. Because when you're on the quest to be a bad boy, even if you like your head's fucked and that, you're an idiot at the time, innit? But when you're on the quest to be a bad boy and that, what you're slightly doing is you're not just trying to be a bad boy in your area, but you're trying to get on what them man they're on. What? Them South youths, what them man they don't talk, them man they're just stabbing it. Oh, okay, that's what I'm gonna do. Because man's trying to not just be a bad boy in this area, man's trying to be a bad boy in the whole perimeter of London. And that's what man's telling man, you know. The real bad boys are where I'm from, South London. They don't talk, they just stab. And these are the people that are working with the youth and that. Well, you're corrupting the youth people, the youth man name's mine. Other gal, how the hell are you a youth worker as a woman, but you're dating a drug dealer? That don't even make no sense. What you're doing is, so if you're a woman and you're dating a drug dealer, you're subscribing to that lifestyle. Yeah, you might not get involved in it. You might not do anything to get yourself nicked. All you're saying is that lifestyle is acceptable. So when you're talking to the young people and that, there's no way, there's no conviction in what you say to them. When you're telling, you couldn't even, obviously they're going to say, oh yeah, don't do this and don't do that. But they can hear the tone of your voice. They can see the look in your eyes and that. There's no conviction in it. You're chatting shit, bro. Because you're dating a man that is a drug dealer. Think about it. Think about it logically. How can a woman who is dating a drug dealer mentor and coach young people to stay off the streets? That don't even make no sense, bro. Literally, bro. And these are the people that get me coaching and mentoring the young people. Me, I'll throw my hands up right now, innit? Yeah, and you man know how man talk and how man think. If a man violate, Yeah, put your dukes up and swing in it. I ain't saying to tell a man to pick up knife and that. Innit? Yeah, I believe in, you know what, as men, sort out your problems. Yeah, put man's dukes up, have a fight, get up, shake hands in it. Yeah, that's how I think, man. At a certain point, when the talking stops, that's how you solve problems and that. Innit? I'll promote that all day long. Yeah, go on the grass, take your t-shirt off and swing in it. Yeah, and then get up and shake a man's hand in it. Yeah, but man, not gonna be telling no one. Yeah, pull out knife and that. Nah, nah, nah. I would be a hypocrite to say, oh, don't swing a man, turn the other cheek, walk away. No, I'd never say that. Never say that. Let's go on the grass over there in it, yeah, and we're gonna swing in it and shake hands afterwards. I ain't gonna be telling no use. Oh, this is what the man them in this ends is on, so this is what you need to be on. Like if he said to me, like them boys in South London, well, you know, like, they're terrible out there, man. They just talk. They don't talk. They just stab. That would have been one thing. That wouldn't even be too bad. That's just stating facts. We say, oh, you're not bad. You're not bad. The real bad boys are where I'm from, South London. They don't talk, they just stab. So you're saying to me, bad, like, you ain't bad. Yeah. So for you to be qualified as a bad boy, you need to be doing this. So what's some youths gonna do? That. Literally, man. But Eve Jones, what area are you from? Obviously, I think you're from London, obviously, innit? But like whereabouts, innit? Like what put down, because most of the people here have been putting down where they're from and that, but obviously you come in a bit late still. So experience what in Northampton? But man's had to listen. Yeah, put what you mean by do you experience any of this in Northampton? Oh, yeah, from Hackney. Well, I got a couple. Yeah, man from the ends, literally, blood. I've got man from East. Got a few man from East. Xavier's from East. You're from Hackney. Someone else said that they're from East earlier. I said square, you know. Do you know what? I always get confused. Is square Gilpin Square or is square Mother Square? Because I know Mother's. I'm sure Mother Square is Mother Square, but is square Gilpin Square? Because man never used to go down to Hackney and that. But yeah, in a minute I'm gonna get into the main talking point of this video. So he's from Northwest London. Rah, yeah, man, like Lower Clapton. Yeah, I know it's Lower Clapton, but is it Gilpin Square? No, yeah, I know Square is E5. I know, but I always see them man they're doing the square thing like in their videos. This is back in the day, like I know Batman's nephew, you know. Right. So basically, man was talking. What go on, and put down Batman's nephew. Put down where you're watching from in it, like what area you're from. W3. Oh, you're from Acton, yeah? I think. Sure, W3 is Acton. I got bear man from the ends. Right. That's a good thing anyway. I don't want bear my views to be from fucking Scotland or somewhere. I want man in my perimeters where man's from to be watching, man. Because if you can't appeal to your own people, that's bad, you know. If you can't appeal to your own people, then there's a problem right there. That's why I'm telling you, the main reason why they use, so if you lot didn't know, they use my content now in Feltham, which is a YOI, Young Offenders Institute, and one place called Weatherby up in Yorkshire. Because if, let's say for example, yeah, even if I was black, if man didn't talk a certain way and a man know this is actually, a man didn't believe this was authentic and genuine and that, a man would not care. A man wouldn't want to listen to what I've got to say. Because definitely, if I was a white man saying, listen, man, you can make anything of yourself and that, you think black youths from the road is listening to a white man? No. And you know what? Black youths from the road is not going to listen to a black man that has not come from the road. Don't talk like he's from the road and that. Because a black, some man's mind is shallow in it, and some man will just see like, yeah, but you know, you probably grew up good, man. You probably grew up with a mum and a dad, and they had PhDs and GCSEs and degrees and that. I don't even know my dad. My mum's been a stay-at-home mum from day one. She kept on getting knocked up. I got 6 brothers and that with 5 different. All of us got different dads and that. You ain't come from the lifestyle that I come from. You're probably from Hertfordshire. I'm from Hackney. I'm from Clapton. I'm from wherever in it, yeah, Brixton and that. You might as well be speaking Chinese. Yeah, you're from the same place as us, as me. Yeah, you're Jamaican or you're Nigerian or wherever. You're black. You share the same pigmentation in it, but you're not from the same background as man. So I ain't want to hear what you got to say. You may as well be a Chinese man, literally. But when they see a face and the voice matches, they say, you know what? This guy's come from that lifestyle. You know what? Maybe what he's saying is right. You know, maybe there is a way out. Yeah, but if it's coming from a white man, no. If it's coming from someone that don't represent the viewer's image, no. And if it's coming from a man who does physically represent the viewer's image, if he don't talk a certain way, if he isn't genuine and authentic, you might as well talk Chinese. I might as well be listening to someone from fucking Croatia or something like that. But yeah, so anyway, where did Batman's name? But yeah, so anyway, yeah, fucking lost what I was gonna say now. But yeah, the main talking point today is we are our own worst enemy, and it's got nothing to do with like motivation and that. Like, oh, if there's no enemy within, the enemy outside ain't got to do us no harm. Whatever. That's like my favorite quote. If there's no enemy within, the enemy outside can do us no harm. Now, it ain't got nothing to do with that. Innit? Is us black people were our own worst enemy, literally. Someone put 1 in the comment section right now. If you are a black man watching this right now and you walk down the road, don't put 1 in the chat yet. Wait for me to finish it. If you're a black man watching this right now, if you walk down the road and you see a white man and he's looking at you and you don't care, but if you see a black man walking down the road, an unfamiliar face, is it just me? Yeah, I don't think it's me, innit? I don't believe it's just me, innit? Yeah, but is there some sort of tension between you and this next guy when you walk down the road? And you don't even need to be a street man. Definitely if you're a street man, yeah, you're definitely gonna, but even if you're not a street man, you might even experience this. So press 1 in the chat if you're a black man watching this right now and you walk down the road and you see another black man and there's this weird tension for no reason, you know. Not every black man, but just sometimes. Press 1 in the chat. Because me, all the time. All the time. I've in this area, Edmonton, any part of London man go to in it, yeah. Every now and then, a lot of the time, there's always this screwing thing going on. Yeah. So that is the tension, basically. There's always this screwing thing going on. Literally, I've been in the shop around, going to the shop around the corner. I see another black brother walking towards me, see a crackhead, a white crackhead, laughing and joking, slap his hand and that. He's laughing and he's joking and that. And as soon as he's moved away from the crackhead and that, and he's seen me, he's just gone into like militant mode. Not even screaming, man, not even looking at man. but he's gone back into his militant mode. Like, as to say, like, my man needs to put up this tough, hard exterior and that, or else he's gonna be looked at by me as being weak and that. And he's not even screwing, man. But I know he sees me, I see him, he sees me and that. But a man's like, yeah, chatting to a local crackhead that he knows and that. And then as soon as he's moved away from the crackhead and he's ended the exchange and the convo and that, my man's on some screw face thing. Like, I just find it weird. I find it weird. There's always this little tension and that between myself and the next brother. You know me, I ride motorbike and that. Yeah? A man will link up with these biker man them and that. But I don't know them. I'm in various different group chats and that, and man will say, yo, everyone's linking up in the McDonald's in Wapping, East London, E1. A man will go there and literally there's a bunch of biker man, 20 man, but there's always one guy, me and him are having a standoff or just watching each other. I don't know why, fam. Literally, us man, I always find one guy that I'm gonna have a standoff with. Literally, there's always just this weird tension between two black men. Like, man are all literally trying to size each other up and that. Out here in Northampton, it might be it's a little bit different sometimes because I'll have man, it's usually older man that will be driving past in their van or whatever, and they'll beat their horn at me or put out there and say, "Well, go on," and that. Yeah, okay, a man said only if they're the same age. Yeah. Obviously, I don't expect you to be having tension with a 70-year-old blood clot black man if you're 20 years old and that. But yeah, similar age and that, obviously. Plus or minus a few years and that. And with black man, you can't even tell anyway. A man that looks 25 might actually be 32. A man that might look 20 might actually be 25 and that. So with black man, you can't tell, innit? You can't tell. But literally, a lot of the time, especially on the ends and that, there's going to be this tension. Now, if you're in Loughton or Buckhurst and you see another black brother, there ain't going to be no tension. Yeah, because pretty much, if you born and grow in that area, it's going to be like a white youth. Man's not on that energy anymore. But if you're in the ends, you see black man, there's always this weird tension. Weird tension. Even with the tenants, blood. The tenants. Man, love my people, especially my Jamaican people in it. Yeah, when I say my Jamaican people, I don't even mean the people them that's born in Jamaica. I mean, like, man who's English, like British born Jamaican and that. But you know what? I hate working in some of these people's yards and that, because when I go to their yards and that, I feel like man's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, man's trying to size man up, trying to show off, trying to stunt on man. Innit? So like, when I phone up some of the tenants and that, I'll be talking to them, and man don't have no professional a voice and that. No, man just talk. Obviously, I ain't gonna talk as loosely like this because obviously I'm chatting to you lot on a live stream. But literally, man will still talk the same way pretty much on the phone when I phone up the tenants and I'll phone up some of the tenants and forget about colour in it. Yeah, even when I'm chatting to the white people, them I hear them start talking a bit street and that to try and match the way I talk. And when I go to some of these tenants' houses and that, the white man then would be telling me, yeah, man, I just got out of jail and, oh, I went jail. Man are telling me about their jail stories. Where does this come from? I never started talking to you about jail or the roads, you know. One white guy the other day, but there was something wrong with it. I must have phoned him up and say, yo, man's gonna be there in 20 minutes. I didn't say man's gonna be there in 20 minutes. I say, oh, hello, it's the electrician. I'm gonna be there in about 20 minutes. Yeah. And he said, all right, then, cool. I got there in about 5 because I didn't realize how close I was. And he's like, oh, that was a quick 20 minutes, you know, I was more like 5 or 10. He's like, I used to say that to people when I sell weed. Fam, why are you telling me, a stranger at your yard, just meeting you for the first time, that used to sell weed? But because when you're a certain way, man feel like they can, man, especially up here in Northampton, man, they want to show off in it. They want to pretend that they're bad and that. But this guy was not right in his head. So not right in his head that when I'm in his yard, halfway through the test, my man's ran a bath and he said, yo, I'm gonna jump in the bath, you know, but there's no door on my bathroom and that. Like, yeah, just do what you need to do in it. Cool. Who the hell gets in the bathtub and has a bath when there's a stranger in their yard and there's no door on the bathroom? Most man don't even, You get me? When I'm in my yard, you get me, and I'm in my bathroom, you get me? Yeah. If I'm showering, I leave the door open. But you get me? When man's, you get me, sitting upon yeah, I have that door closed, and this is in front of my gal. Man, don't get that comfortable in front of gal, you know, to be sitting on, and that's my gal. Yeah, to be sitting on, let alone be in the bathroom having a wash in front of a stranger that you've never met before. Guy's mad in his head. But yeah, other tenants, I've gone to their yard, white youths and that, telling me, yeah, they went to jail for the riots and that. And I get it. You know what? It's nice to have someone that understands the thing. You know, like I'll go to their yard and they know I understand the thing, so they get to talk about their jail experiences. I don't bring it up. Why am I going to their yard telling them about jail and that? Unless a man's talking on a street thing and that. So anyway, so that's just even the white people and that. The black people, yeah, they I feel like when I go to their yards and that, man are trying to like that man feel threatened, basically. But not like they're scared or nothing, innit? But they feel like they need to have some persona in it. Their man there is not cool. Put it this way, I feel like if I was a white, bald-headed 50-year-old man, I feel like their man there will be chill. But because I'm a black man, a young man, they feel like they need to, like they're being observed and that they need to carry some sort of persona and that. Literally, I feel like I bring out the gangster in the people in this area, you know. I've had a gas engineer, an older black man, Jamaican, 56, pushing 60 years old and that. But you know, us black man, we still look young and that, we even more older, we're still fit. Next thing you know, I'm on my stairs, sitting on my stairs, talking to this engineer and a gas engineer, and somehow this conversation came about, telling me how he's got a gun and he wanted to shoot someone. And what's going on here? I phone up a man, and in this Northampton area, the black man them sound like white man to me. The first gas engineer, the gas engineer was telling me about how he had a gun. He was originally from London. He's from like Northwest London or somewhere like that, Wembley or Harrow or somewhere. But this other black man that I phoned up to do some removals, he's born and bred Northampton. So when I spoke to him on the phone, he sounded like a white guy and he sounded young, but he was actually like 56. I jumped in the van and spun around and gone up towards the carriageway up the road, innit? Man's talking about, I run this area and that, telling me he's a bad man. And I'm like, bro, where'd this come from, blood? That man just trying to remove a mattress, blood. And man's telling me how he's a bad man and how he runs this area. And he had to tell me that he has a gun as well. So yeah, I feel like black men feel like they need to prove themselves to man. I don't know, maybe you lot have experienced that, maybe you ain't in it, yeah, but in Northampton, I've experienced that a lot. And as I said, like on the street, there's tension and that. But even when I go to some of the tenants' houses and that, the black ones and that, they start moving funny. They're not moving chill. And it's not, they don't, and it's not a case where they feel like I'm gonna come and tie them up and rob them. These ain't got nothing to rob anyway. But I feel like they have to put some kind of persona on and that. And it's stupidness. It's stupidness. Like literally, when a black face turns up to their yard, them man they get a bit too relaxed in that. And you know what? Sometimes it's easy to get relaxed in that. But I noticed that like literally the black man then they start acting up when man go to their yard, innit? So like I don't know if you lot have seen the video that I made where I was talking about working in social housing and that. And I was talking about all the mad tenants that man come across and that. And you know, let me tell this story before I tell you the next story, innit? Yeah. So boom. Imagine, yeah, I had this tenant's house to go to, innit? And let's just call him John. For some reason, I couldn't get into this property, innit? So they had to arrange it with the housing officer. So usually when that happens, the tenant's not right in his head, innit? So boom. I've gone and knocked at this door a couple times, put a note through the door a couple times, innit? We've got these cards, missed appointment cards, innit? Still no response from him and that. So anyway, the housing officer had to go and book the appointment. So when I knocked on the door, I'm hearing some shouting going on in the inside. But it didn't seem like anything was going on, like any madness was going on. I was just, well, it's going to be lively in this small flat. So anyway, boom, the housing officers come to the door and I said, oh yeah, okay, great, you're here and that. So she's there with the tenant who's a bit of a problem, but a problem in a sense of not trouble, like dangerous, but he just a madman in it all over the place. Might have some anxiety issues and stuff. So boom. So this is a white guy, innit? So I said to him, yeah, where's the fuse box? You know, the electric box we used to turn off the power and that, innit? I said, boom, where's the fuse box? Where's the electric box? He's like, it's in that cupboard there, innit? But I can't let you in there. I said, my friend, listen, yeah, I need you to let me in that cupboard or else I can't do the test. If you've got a bedroom that's out of bounds, that's all right. But I need to be able to work and test this electric box. Innit? He said, oh, I don't want to let you in there and that. Let me tell you something, yeah. I'm in this guy's hallway, and I'm thinking, why does this guy not want to let me in this cupboard? It's just a little cupboard, Yeah, you literally can touch both walls, yeah. Anyway, the housing officer said, John, let him in the flipping yard, in the cupboard, innit? Boom. So he had this big, massive, you know, them massive remote control car things, innit? He had one of them. So I was like, yeah, you're gonna need to remove that remote control car because this thing was dirty. I didn't want to touch it with my hands and that. So boom. Man, I have to reenact this part, innit? Yeah. So boom. My man's like this, yeah. And he's like, oh, I really don't want to let you in this room and that, in this cupboard, yeah. So my man's done this, yeah. So I've had to step out of the way, innit, yeah. So man's had to step to the side, innit, yeah. Man's like, oh, I really don't want to let you in this cupboard, innit. My man's bust the door open and revealed what's inside. You know, for about 5 to 10 seconds, I just paused. I froze. I was in disbelief. I'm like, this guy is not serious. Nah, there must be a handy cam around. Like, nah, this is a joke, innit? Where's the camera crew gonna come out and I've been pranked? Yeah, you know, like them programs there and they prank the tradesmen and that. I'm like, nah, this guy can't be serious, innit? There's a housing officer here, and this guy has got all the equipment to grow weed in the yard, bro, in the flat, knowing that the housing officer's there. Now, there was no weed, there was no skunk, nothing like that. But the fact that this guy's got this in this yard, knowing that the housing officer knows is gonna see it, I was like, nah, this guy is not serious. Literally, my man bust the door open, and I'm standing there. Remember, it's a tight hallway, so the housing officer is standing on the other side of the door. She can't see in this cupboard, in it. Next thing you know, she's grabbed the door, like, what's going on, like, to see in there. She's like, oh my God, John, you still got that in the cupboard? I'm like, raw. Like, certain man just don't give a fuck. Only white man can get away with anything. I tell you, if that was a black man, he would have been in handcuffs a long time ago. Only white man can get away with having the equipment to grow in the yard with a housing officer. Only a white man can get away with that. So anyway, boom, the housing officer, after 10, 20 minutes, she's left. And this is a grown-ass man. He's like 50 years old, but his mum needs to be there. He's a 50-year-old man, but he's got the mind of a 16-year-old. Yeah, boom. So anyway, the housing officer's gone. So I could tell he kind of grew up on the street a little bit. So anyway, I said to him, yeah, the test is done, innit? Yeah, and I spudded him. He's like, yeah, I'll show you to the door, innit? Yeah. So boom. The hallway kind of goes like an L shape and that. He's like, hey, shh. Do you want any weed? I'm like, nah, man, I don't smoke it. My man try to offer me weed, you know. I don't know if he could give it to you for free or try to shop me some weed or something in it. But literally, he was like, hey, some weed. Come on. This is the shit man has to deal with, you know, on this job, you know. Madness. All because I come across a certain way, so a man's gonna deal with you a certain way. Again, if I was a bald-headed white man who's 50 years old, my man's not gonna be offering man weed and that. But when you're a certain way, people are gonna deal with you a certain way, man. I've been to Yardie man's yard, black Jamaican Yardie man, and they didn't want to let no electricians into the house and that because basically there's some big massive sofas in this cupboard where the fuse box is, and it's awkward to get to, innit? And I turned up to this flat block to go and do the test. I don't know who I'm going to see because remember slavery. Obviously my name's Jelani, innit? So I've got like, if you see the name Jelani, you know, okay, that's a man of color and that. But if my name was Michael Smith, I could be a white man or I could be a black man. Yeah, because us Jamaicans, we have white names. Yeah, our surnames are white. Yeah. So obviously, if you see a name like Jelani, you know, okay, that's a man of color in it. If you see a name of Michael or Kevin and that could be a white man or that could be a black man. So anyway, I see the woman's name, Chantel McGriff, for example. To me, I'm thinking that's a white woman. Lo and behold, it's actually a Jamaican yardie woman. I just see these random people coming out of the block, and I thought, you know what? Let me ask them if they're the tenants. I'm like, excuse me, are you at number 1? And like, yeah, I'm the electrician, man. You're going out. It's like, but all right, we'll do what we need to do later, innit? It come true, innit? I'll go in this tenant's yard, innit? And he said to me, you know what? To be fair, I ain't let none of the electricians in to do this test because it's almost impossible for anyone to get to that fuse box because I'm not pulling out this sofa, innit? But you're a young black, you innit? Jump on the thing, innit? I say, yeah, cool, innit? Because I get paid price work. So man's gonna do the job. So man had to climb on the sofa and that. A white man would have never have done that. A white man would be like, nah, I'm not doing it. Health and safety, rare, innit? Yeah, but he's like, no, you're a black, you innit? Go on, jump on the thing, innit? That's how black men, they'll deal with you that way, innit? Like, literally, they're a lot more relaxed around you. And a lot more badly behaved as well. So I made that video I was talking about the working in social housing and that. And I don't know if you lot see the part where I was talking about the tenant went mad on me, innit? And I knew this would happen, innit? I don't smoke cigarette, I don't smoke weed. I don't want to come out smelling a cigarette and I don't want to come out smelling a weed. Because if the weed smells on my clothes, I'm gonna go to another tenant's house and it's gonna look like I've been bunning. Young black man, you bun weed, yeah? That's why they smoke weed around me because they think that I bun. I don't bun. Yeah? So boom, must have phoned up one tenant, yeah? And I said to him, yeah, it's the electrician. I'm looking to come round within the next hour. I know I'm early, but is that okay? He said, yeah, come now, innit? I'm free, I'm available now, innit? Come now, innit? One sec. He's like, yeah, I'm free now, innit? You can come early. Let's say, for example, the appointment was booked for 3 o'clock. I phoned him at 1. I said, yeah, can I come a bit early? He said, yeah, cool. Come now, innit? I said, well, I'm gonna go to the wholesalers and I'm gonna go and get some materials and then come to you. These times, man's just going to KFC. I ain't gonna tell him that. So again, like I said, with black people, us British-born Jamaicans and that, we have white names. So if a man's name is Kevin, I don't know, McGriff or whatever, yeah, that could be a white man. So a lot of the older generation, like my mum's generation and that, they don't talk like man. They kind of sound a bit Cockney-ish, especially the ones from Hackney and that, and East London and certain parts of Tottenham and that. Like they sound kind of Cockney. Like even my mum, she sounds a little bit Cockney and that. But that's just due to her generation, isn't it? But anyway, boom. So I just think I'm talking to a white man on the phone, and I'm not sitting there trying to decipher whether this guy is a black man. I don't care, innit? Boom. Phone him up. Yeah, you can come early, innit? Boom. So I'm on this estate, and the numbers are all confusing and that, innit? So I'm walking around, and I'm like, where the fuck is this number, innit? So boom. I see a black man at the window, innit? And I was like, yo, I just see a random black man, so I'm asking for directions. Like, yo, where's number? You get me? He's like, it's down here. The entrance to the block is down there, innit? He's pointing to it. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So I walked off. He's like, I knew you was a black man. I was like, oh, you're the tenant on the phone. He's like, yeah. I was like, oh, yeah, cool. I'll see you in a sec. Gone up the stairs, knocked the door. He's busted the front door open. Well, gone. I spudded him. Yeah. Now, I got a bit too relaxed with them man there as well, innit? Yeah. Open up the door to a total stranger as a professional electrician. A man spudding man at the front door and that. Highly unprofessional, innit? But you know what? Man's unprofessional to that degree, but you know what? Man's the best engineer at my workplace. Man get all these good compliments and that, and oh yeah, your electrician was lovely and that. So although man talk street and that, man get good reports back. Bare them. People literally write emails in to say, no, that guy was lovely. And man's the coolest brother out there, innit? Boom. So I went in there, went into the guy's yard, boom, said to the tenant, this is what's gonna happen. This is how I'm gonna do the test. I need to turn off the power. I need you to show me where all the sockets are and that. And he said, yeah, but I need to go and tell my son that you're here, so he knows that you need to come in his room. And I said, all right, then cool. So my man's walked off, and I'm standing in the living room, and I can see the hallway where the bedrooms are, and he's bust the bedroom door open, and he's leant in, and he's talking very quietly, and he's whispering and that. So something weren't right to me, innit? Like, this is a bit odd. why is he whispering in that? But you never know, like maybe the son's doing a night shift and that, and he's asleep in it. So that's not gonna burst in his room. Kevin, get your ass clout up in it. Man, not gonna deal with him like that. But man was whispering and that. It's a bit weird, isn't it? Anyway, cool. But he's like, yeah, you can go in the room now, innit? I said, cool. Boom. Went into the son's room, wide awake. So he weren't doing no night shift. He weren't lying in bed sleeping and that. Just young guy. I don't know how old he was, innit? Yeah. He's just chilling. He's tall, but he's sitting down, and I didn't realize how tall he was until after. Anyway, chilling, sitting down, and like, what going on? You good? He's like, yeah. I said to him, yeah, listen, yeah, if you can just free up some of the sockets in that, because it's a normal bedroom, man's got stuff, so all the sockets are blocked, and I need to get to them, innit? So he's like, yeah, cool. So I went out, said to the dad, I'm coming back in a minute. I need to go and get my stuff. Boom. Remember I said black people, they get relaxed around man and that. Yeah? They deal with man differently. They act differently around man than they would if I was a white man, innit? Boom, come back to the yard now. Come back to the flat. The weed starts coming out. Man are pulling out weed and that. So I said to the dad, sorry, I don't smoke weed, innit? Yeah? Do you mind not smoking around me, innit? If you can wait, please. Yeah? Man's polite with it. But I knew, even though man's polite with it, I know man's going to get pushback from that. So boom, he's like, oh, sorry about that, innit? My man's dabbing out his thing. Cool. So then he came up to me and he said to me, oh, I'm sorry to ask, innit? Yeah, like, not being rude or anything, innit? Yeah, but, and he said it like this, my son don't like anyone wearing trainers in his room. I said, oh, it's cool, man. I'll put them on, innit? Yeah, like, you don't need to ask or tell me like that. Just say, yo, man, put on shoe cover. It's cool. Cause my man was too soft with it. You know what I'm saying? Acting like it's not his yard, and you get me, like, bare soft with it. I'm like, yeah, man, you're cool. I even tapped him on his arm, like, come on, you're blessed, man. He's a big man, innit? He's like pushing 60 or something, like mid-50s. So like a little bit older than my mum and stepdad. Boom. I'm thinking like, yeah, his son's like 30 or something. So boom. I was like, yeah, man, you're cool, man. I put on the shoe covers and that. But to me, it wasn't the type of yard that you need to put on shoe covers, innit? So boom. Gone in the hallway now. And like I said, in the hallway, there's the 2 bedrooms and that, and there's a little hallway cupboard with the fuse boxes. So the son has got the Jamaican flag in front of the door, yeah? So you literally have to move the Jamaican flag and go into the room, innit? So boom. So this is the first red flag, and I knew this guy's about to be a little problem and that. Yeah? So boom. I'm in the hallway, and I hear that, obviously I'm in the hallway cupboard and that, and I heard the son say, yo, hey man, I have my stuff in here, you don't bring nothing in the cupboard. Yeah? And just the way he said it, the tone, he said, obviously he had to shout to project his voice, but it's not how loud he said it, it's the way he said it. And I was like, yeah, that's a bit, get me borderline rude and anything, but yeah, cool, that's what I'm thinking, innit? Yeah, whatever. Something just triggered, man, innit? Like, you know, when you get that feeling like, blah, why am I talking like that? Like, you could have just said, yo, hey, man, up my stuff, brother, innit? But obviously, us, we're black in here, we do each other a certain way, innit? So it could have been that, but it weren't that. So anyway, me and the dad are in the hallway, yeah, and we're talking. I don't know what we're talking about, but I hear the son sparking up a zoo, innit? So I knew, oh, okay, here we go again. I'm gonna have to just say, you know, sorry, my friend, I don't smoke. Do you mind not smoking, innit? Cause man's cool with it, man's not rude with it. Cause I know 90.9% of 99.9% of people ain't gonna say nothing. So and I know somebody's gonna give me pushback and that. Because I've had tenants before, like I'll ask them to stop smoking politely, and then they'll look at me and think like, oh, this is my yard. I even had an old man say, this is my house, and I was like, yeah, I don't smoke, innit? So I knew one day someone's gonna give me some pushback in that. But I didn't expect this type of pushback, innit? So boom, like I said, me and the dad is in the hallway talking. And I hear the son sparking up the lighter to light this zoo. So boom, next thing I know, the son has come to the door in the hallway, innit? So like I said, he's got the Jamaican flag in front of the door, innit? And he's moved out of the way, innit? My man's took a pull on the thing, innit? And he's as tall as the Rasclout door frame, innit? This guy was fucking tall, innit? He didn't look that tall, innit? I was surprised when I saw him so tall, innit? Boom. My man's took a pull on the thing and blew it. So I just said to him calmly and politely, fam, sorry, my brother, I don't smoke. Do you mind waiting until I finished? Blood, it's like all time froze for a split second, and my man snapped. I pay rent here, you know. Blood, I just had to blast back at him like, blood, I'm not going in there with all that smoking. He's like, blood, I tell you what you do, yeah. This is my room. I pay rent for this room, yeah. So you can go around the rest of the yard, do your test. I'm gonna smoke in my room because I pay rent for this room. And then when I'm done smoking, then you can come in and then do your test. Is that all right? Yeah. I said to him, blood, do what you need to do or whatever. So me at this point, yeah, because I'm not budging. Certain man, I'm telling you, blood, like if you think that was loud the way I shouted and that, on my life, blood, this guy fucking shook the building the way he shouted in it. I thought I was a fucking maniac. No, different level. Yeah, obviously you lot see me and like, yeah, Jay's cool in it. Yeah, trust me. People that know me personally and that, they know I'm a fucking madman and that. I've got a temper like us Jamaicans is known for having temper. But this youth here was on a different level, fam. Different level, blood. Like, I'm telling you, most man would have pissed themselves in it. Yeah, most man would have been like, you know what? I've got something in the van that I need to get and bust out, blood. Literally. For me, I ain't busting out nothing in it. I'm standing my ground. So literally, I pay rent here and that. Yeah, are you not coming out? Where going on mad and that? I said to him, boy, I'm not going in there, innit? Yeah. So literally, there came a time where there was no shouting back between the two of us, and we're having a standoff. Literally, we're just staring at each other. Then his dad was like, oh, Michael, please. I'm thinking, blood, why don't his dad just tell him, shut your mouth, blood? But I know it makes sense to me now. Well, it makes sense to me afterwards. That I reckon the son beats up the dad. The dad's small, he's like the same height as me. But this youth is big, blood. He's like probably 6'5", 6'6". Literally, not a big youth. He don't bang weights and that, but he's tall, big youth. I reckon he beats up the dad. The youth is a mad youth. Different level of aggression. I thought I was aggressive. No, different level in it. But there was no need for it. It was uncalled for. That's why I think the youths are madman. Because who the hell in their right mind would start shouting just because someone calmly said, I don't smoke you, man. I don't smoke, man. I pay right there. Yeah? I'll never forget that day in my life. Like, I'm laughing about it. Now, I was listen, you know, I thought to myself to tell him, blood, do you want to go outside like and swing, you know? Literally, because I don't want to swing no one in their yard because man might pull out a knife, you know. There's been man in Haringey, so basically in Haringey Council, where man used to work, the night staff that do the night call out used to have to wear a stab-proof vest, you know, because someone got stabbed by a tenant. Now, I'm not saying that would happen, but you never know. If you're in a rumble with man, a man might try to pull out something and juke you in it. The dad might even back him. So now I'm gonna have to fight two men, but I ain't worth it, innit? So literally, I thought to myself, but I'm gonna tell this shoot, let's go outside. Bro. Anyway, this shoot, it was mad, yeah? And I know it was mad just by the way he walks around the yard, innit? So boom. So imagine, yeah, after we had this little standoff and that, he just kissed his teeth and went back in his room, innit? Yeah. 5 minutes later, my man, I hear the curtains open up, window bust open, spraying air freshener. You come outside, yeah, you can come in. How did you go from 0 to 100 back down to 0 again? That's how I know the youth's mad. So anyway, but just the way that you move through the yard, innit? Storming, like, you know, like a man just run. You know, like, have you ever seen Jason Voorhees in them Friday the 13th films where he's just running up, just moving like quick? My man just pacing up and down in the yard, just moving stuff and that, like moving like fucking maniac. And literally, I had my back to where the sun, because obviously I'm in at this point, like I'm walking around the house and I'm in the hallway, innit? Sorry, the living room. And the way the sun's pacing up and down, pacing up and down, pacing up and down. I'm talking to the dad. I've got my back to the sun. The dad is looking at me, but he's looking through me and past me to see what the sun's doing and that. Like, to say, you get me, man's going to be tooling up and that. Like, the dad is very cautious and wary of this sun. So anyway, this yard was funny as well, isn't it? Yeah, that's how you know it's a fucking small world, yeah? The dad has got bare pictures on the wall. Yeah? You know that them little rectangular picture, bare of them on the wall, coming like a rascal collage and that. this like the whole of his wall, like well, like a good portion of his wall in the living room's got that. I went in his bedroom, I'm testing the sockets, bare more photos and that. I think to myself, I know this guy has been to jail before because it was coming like the Mandem's jail cell. All pictures all over the wall, like 30, 40 pictures on that. Coming like a Ross Clark jail cell. You know, I used to go to some of the Mandem's cells that have been in jail for a long time. They got all the pictures of their kids and mum and cousins and all them things, their memories and that. So, and this is why I say it's a small world. I know who his daughter is. I'm like, oh, that's your that I know that girl. Her name's such and such. My man just looked at me like, because he's thinking, well, if you know my daughter, you might have. I'm like, no, not even like that. Man, I don't even want to piss no one off again, fam. Literally, I don't know her like that. She knows my little cousin. So my little cousin used to go to a school, Skinners in Hackney, in Clapton, but I think they moved to the Manor House. So I'm like, oh yeah, she used to go to that school in Clapton, but that's his daughter. I'm like, right, it's a fucking small world, man. But anyway, I know the son was mad because after I finished the test, I went out, and the dad followed me to the door, innit, as you do, innit. The dad's followed me to the door, and he said, hey, like, he followed me to the door and followed me out to the landing of this flat complex. Yeah, so he followed me out of the flat, and he's like, sorry about that, innit? Like, he's mad. He's like, basically, he's like, sorry, man. He's mad, innit? Like, he was mad. He was mad. But that youth there is not from Northampton. When I was chatting to the dad, I said, where are you from? He said, Hackney. So that youth there must be from Hackney because in Northampton, there might be youths that shoot people and that. But his level of aggression, yeah, that don't come from nowhere, innit? Yeah, that is environmental. Man, learn that. Even like Hackney is the fucking concrete jungle. Literally, that there's man in Northampton that shoot man dead and stab man and that. But aggression is different to being bad and gunplay and knife work and that. That his level of aggression, he has to be from the jungle, literally somewhere like Hackney, and obviously the dad's from Hackney. So yeah, that youth there, even come across like a Hackney youth, literally, what a fucking madman. But anyway, it was cool. At the end, before I left I went in his room. I said, yeah, man. Later, and he said, yeah, cool, bro. Still at level 0, innit? Still at level 0. I actually heard of that guy still. He's on a little mixture shit, innit? That raps, innit? But yeah, man, that's the thing with the tenants and that. And last story before I go, one of the tenants, they pissed me off the other day, you know. So I went to this tenant's yard, innit? He lives around the corner from man. I phoned up the tenant. Black you. I didn't know he was black though. Actually, I could tell by his name, innit? He's probably gonna be black. I phoned up the tenant and I didn't get no answer, innit? But I still went. Because I always like to pre-warn them, innit? Because I know they're not expecting his face to turn up to their door, innit? So I thought, let me pre-warn him, innit? As I do with most people, innit? Boom. He didn't answer, so I still went, knocked on the door, and he's opened up the door. We're talking and that, and we're making good, serious eye contact. Me and my man like to make strong eye contact with people, innit? Yeah. But it's almost like he was trying to put 2 and 2 together. Like, this guy that's at my door is actually the electrician and that, but I can't believe this is the electrician and that. It's the way I was looking at, man, innit? So it's doing, boom, I'm gonna go and get my stuff, yeah, because I don't know if they're gonna answer, so I don't bring my bag. I just go on foot with nothing and a pen and a note to put a card through his door, innit? So boom. So anyways, like, yeah, cool. So I went, got my stuff, come back. Me and he was blessed. It was cool. Get me chatting to a man. So basically, he had a girl that lived in the flat with him, innit? No. Obviously, yeah, I don't warn people that I'm black, but people know I'm black on the phone. They white people have told me I knew you was black when you was coming. But at least then, like, they know that, I don't know, electrician is coming at least, innit? Because some people book the appointment 2 weeks and then forget. So at least if I phone and they know electrician's coming, I've had people answer the door and like show me ID and that, because they don't believe, man. There's no uniform that I wear, innit? So boom. Black. I don't even remember saying that I warn people that I'm black, but anyway, Xavier, joke. And now they're jumping on the bandwagon, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I've got my stuff, come back to the yard. Now, he must have told his girlfriend, oh, these electricians coming here or whatever, innit? Yeah, he's here now. Don't go in the shower. Because once he turns off the power, you can't have no shower, innit? Yeah. So anyway, she went and jumped in the shower, innit? It's cool. So he said, oh, fuck, man, I told her not to go in the shower, innit? Yeah. So I was like, look, it's cool, man. How long is she going to be in it? He said 10 minutes. I was like, is it 10 minutes or is it a black person 10 minutes? I was like, yeah, make sure it's a normal 10 minutes, not black people 10 minutes. So he was just laughing and that, cool, innit? Boom, told her 10 minutes. Cool. So anyway, I was like, cool, I've got paperwork to do, innit? So I'm standing in the hallway, and obviously, when the girl comes out the shower, she has to walk past, innit? So after the 10 minutes was done, he said, yo, come for a sec. Can you come into the lounge, into the living room and that, innit? Because basically, you don't want me to see her walk around with a towel on it, which is cool. So boom, gone in the living room now, and he shut the door, innit? But he said to me, nah, you don't need to go in the bedroom, innit? He said to me before, innit? Nah, you don't need to go in the bedroom, innit? Some of these tenants, they live dirty and their bedroom is mad. So they're embarrassed, innit? So he said to me, you don't need to go in the bedroom and that, innit? So I like, cool. I'm not gonna argue no one, I don't care, innit? I'll just write it down on my thing. Tenant refused to let me in the bedroom. And throughout this contract, I've had that a lot, especially during COVID as well. When I was testing people's houses, they didn't let me in their bedroom for some mad reason. Like they were like, you can go in those two up there, but that one there, you ain't going in there. Yeah, cool. So anyway, he's told me already, oh, you can't go in the bedroom and that. But I kind of thought it was because, oh, he's gonna hide the girl in the bedroom. Like some man, like, listen, man, a good-looking man, so some man might feel threatened. You get me, like me around there, gal and that like to say I'm gonna get their fucking number in front of them. Yeah. Like that he's gonna go piss and she's gonna drop to her knees and pull down my trousers, some nonsense and that. Anyway, I thought he kind of asked me to go in the living room and shut the door. So obviously I can't see her, and also to hide her in a room and say, don't come out. There's a good looking electrician or whatever. So anyway, boom. Because this guy's the same age as man, innit? Like I say he's probably 2 years older than man. Or a year older than man, definitely. But obviously, you know, us black man, innit? We don't look our age. Boom. So the girl's gone in the bedroom. I'm in the living room now, innit? The living room and the kitchen's open plan. So boom. I'm doing the paperwork and that, and me, I'm really observing and that, innit? So I see his fridge and I see he's got a couple Jamaican magnets, you know, like the fridge magnets and that. So I say, oh, what, you Jamaican? Yeah, like, man, yeah, you're born here? Yeah, he say, yeah. Like, oh, I'm Jamaican as well. Cool. So we're chatting now. And I say, have you been? And he's like, nah. And I was like, you can go. I don't like it, but you try it out because you might like it. But I don't like it because I'm from a city. And for me to go to a slow country, a slow island is long. He's like, oh, so you're from London? Yeah. I say, yeah. So we're talking now, innit? Yeah. And there's not much really to tell what happened in the yard and that. Like, I just said to him, like, we was talking about Northampton and that, and I said how dead it is and that. And I said, yeah, this area is not safe, you know, like. And I'm not even talking about gangs. I'm talking about like, there's this bare dodgy man around. Like, I will tell my girl, you're not going out walking around in the dark. Forget about what time it is. And my girl will try to say, oh yeah, like before she was like, oh, I'll be leaving to go to the gym for 5 o'clock, which is light during certain parts of autumn and that. But then when she's coming back at 7 o'clock, it's pitch black. No, you're not going there. You need to drive your car, innit? Like, you're not walking because in this area, yeah, it's not bad as in it's not dangerous in terms of gang violence and that. But I'll be about when it's dark, whether it's late or in the winter, and I'll just see man just hanging around doing nothing, you know, on their own. Not 6, 7 man bunning weed drinking. No, just one guy just hanging around. Look like he's waiting for something. Just weird, dodgy guy. We don't have that in Edmonton. We don't have a dodgy man just hanging around in Edmonton. Yeah, you more likely get stabbed and killed than that. But girls ain't gonna get attacked like that in Edmonton. So anyway, boom. So I said to her, yeah. So we were talking about the area. Then the girl actually came out. I was like, oh wow, I'm surprised this girl came out. And I didn't even look at her straight away. So anyway, boom. So yeah. So anyway, so the girl's in the kitchen next to me doing what she's doing, washing up and that. And then I said to him, yeah, this area is not safe because I see a man hanging around, it's not safe for women in there. And he's like, I told you. He shouted at the girl, I told you, Daniel. I said the same thing. I said, yeah. So I'm like, and then I turned to the girl and I said to her, yeah, listen to my man, because you get me, I'm not even from this area and I'm saying what he's saying, innit? So she was like, yeah, cool, innit? Bam. I think we was talking about boxing as well, talking about Muhammad Ali and that, and then boom, I left. And that was that. So my man's born and bred Northampton. He knows the area like the back of his hand. Yeah. Northampton is a small area, innit? It's not like London, it's like the size of the Enfield borough. So I thought to myself, you know what, yeah? And during the conversation, sorry, he asked me, oh, why did you come up to Northampton to keep out of trouble? I said, no, man bought a property and that. I actually live around the corner. I live around the corner from you, innit? He's like, oh, what, you live around the corner, yeah? So what, man can get things patterned. Like, you can come sort out the electric, you can't pattern up the electrics if I have problems. I was like, yeah, man, call me, innit? Yeah, say my number, whatever, innit? Boom. So right then and there, he's using words like pattern. So when I heard him say that, I was like, oh, in my head, I'm thinking, oh, you man are talking like us now, yeah? What? The London lingo's made its way up to Northampton already, yeah? Talking about pattern and that. Oh, you're talking like man. Cool, I'm gonna deal with you like you talk like your man, because you're chatting like man, innit? So man will chat to you like your man, them, innit? Yeah? If you're talking a certain way, man's gonna perceive you and deal with you a certain way, innit? Yeah? Cool. Bear that in mind, innit? So boom, 2 weeks has gone past, innit? Yeah. And yeah, I thought, you know what? Yeah, let me phone up this tenant, yeah, to ask him. Um, I'll get back to you in a sec, yeah. I won't forget you. I thought to myself, let me phone him because he's from Northampton, born and bred, so he knows the area, innit? I thought, let me phone him and ask him who's the best person to get a haircut from. So I phoned him when I was driving, but I didn't get no answer, innit? Then I'm in my yard, sitting down right here, innit? This is the King's throne, yeah. That joke is just a little white table and a normal IKEA chair, and it's boom, sitting down, and I see an unknown number, 07 whatever, pop up on my phone, innit? So I clocked, oh, it's probably him, innit? So I didn't have his number saved in my phone, but I went through this my job sheet and then got his number because I remember his name. So anyway, I've answered the phone and he's like, hello, who's this? And I was like, yo, it's the electrician, yeah? Are you listening, yeah? Because I'm chatting to him like, man, you want to talk about, oh yeah, trouble and get things patterned up. You're talking like, man, oh, you're talking like your street, yeah? Okay, cool. I'm gonna deal with you like you're street, man, innit? Because you're talking like man, so I'm gonna deal with you like your man, them, innit? Boom. He's like, yo, who's this? I'm like, oh, yo, it's the electrician, yeah? Are you listening, yeah? Who's the best person in Northampton to get a haircut from, innit? I don't even care if the man want to charge £30 and that, but get me, like I said to you, innit? Like, man, go back on the weekends and that. But let's say, for example, I don't want to go back, but I want to get a haircut, innit? He's like, I don't even know who the best person is to get a trim in Northampton. I don't get trim by no one in Northampton. I get my brethren to trim. So I said to him, so when he said to me, you don't know who to get the haircut by. So I said to him, so who'd you get your haircut by? He said, my brethren, innit? I said, oh, all right, then, cool. I was just going to leave it at that. But he's like, you know what? I'll get my brethren's number for you. When I get it, I'll shout you back, innit? Cool. Put down the phone. That was it. 2 minutes later, I see unknown number pop up on my phone. Answered it, put on loudspeaker. Hello, is this the electrician? I said, yeah. He said, no, don't phone my phone again. And delete my number, innit? I said, blood, you serious? He said, yeah. I said, blood, you're joking, right? He's like, no, delete my number. And he looked at the phone. But, I had to laugh it off, I wasn't laughing. I was fucking vexed, but I'm like thinking to myself, blood, why am I moving so funny and that? Like, now maybe, because man's really trying to dissect this thing and break and try and get into the mindset of this shit. Now, this shit does bun weed. I see all the paraphernalia and that. I didn't see a weed grinder, but I see tobacco. And black man do not smoke tobacco on his own. Black man bun weed. But literally, man trying to get into the science of like and the mindset of why this guy thought he had to phone me back and tell me, don't phone my phone. Now, maybe man spoke to him a bit too loose. Like, yo, you listening, yeah? Who's the best barber in Northampton? I get it. Because like my girl was overhearing the conversation. She thought I was talking to one of my friends and that. No, I don't even know this guy. It's just one of the tenants and that. But the reason why man's talking to him like that is because you're trying to talk like man. So I'm gonna deal with you like your man there. I'm not phoning up no young black man that's the same age as me and saying, oh, hello, excuse me, it's the electrician. Sorry to disturb you. You know what? If I feel like I need to talk to another black man like that, I'm not phoning you. I'm not phoning you. Fuck it. Don't get twisted. If he was white, I would have phoned him and said, oh, hello, it's the electrician. Sorry to disturb you and that. But you know what? I see him as like, man, you get me, he's young Jamaican and that. He's talking like, man, I'm gonna deal with you like, man. Man, I have to flip the script on, man, say, oh, delete my number, don't phone me back again. And I'm like, wow, what's going for my man? But during the time I was there, like I said, man, make eye contact with man in it. I feel like at the same time, although we're having a friendly conversation and that, the look we're giving each other is like we're having a standoff. Like I said, when man go to these bike meetups with the man them and that, there's like 30 man, but I always find one guy that me and him is having a standoff, look or mean mugging contest. Literally. Literally. And that's how I feel like when I'm working with some of the man them on these jobs. Every now and then I'll come across man them on jobs and that. And I just feel, oh, here we go again, innit? Like, they're just gonna act up. They need to show off. They need to show me that they're a bad boy. They're a bad boy. I went to one Somalian family's house, innit? And I asked them, do you want to put on shoe covers? They said, yeah. So I went in the son's room. Oh, okay. Yeah, my dinner's ready basically, innit? Yeah, I'm gonna come off the live stream in a bit. Yeah, went to some Somalian family's house and I went in the son's room. Now the son is not no little boy, a big man. He was even big as well. He's like 6'5" and he look a bit of weight on him. He wasn't no lamppost or nothing. I'm talking to the sister in the hallway, and he comes out of the bathroom, and he just I can, you know, when you just see someone staring at you, innit? But like me, I'm not gonna turn around and say hello, innit? I just think it's stupid when man are just watching you, waiting for you to turn around and say hello. And so I didn't even say hello to him, innit? I just see him in the distance, just staring at man, innit? Like probably looking in disbelief, like, is this the fucking electrician? This guy is like someone off the street, innit? They're just watching or whatever, innit? Next thing I know, this guy's going downstairs having a big argument with his mom. Why is he coming in my room? Why is he coming in my room? I'm like, oh, get me out of this fucking place, innit? Before man, I end up kicking off with one of the tenants and that. Like, man, just act up. Why are you going downstairs having an argument with your mum because the electrician went into your room to do a test on your socket for 1 minute? That's what I'm saying. Black man, they just act up. Man, just act up. Literally, man, just act up, blood. Went to one tenant yard yesterday, and I thought I was gonna have problems with them, just because they're young, they're black, and they need to show me that they're gangsters and that. But it was actually cool. Found out this tenant, and I said, "Yeah, I'm coming to your property and that. Yeah, like you're gonna, I'm on my way." He's like, "Yeah, I'm in the town center. I'll see you there 5-7 minutes. 5-7 minutes. If you know where the town center is and where this guy lives, he would have to be flying in a fucking drone to get to his yard in 5-7 minutes." And I was like, "Yeah, whatever." Got to his yard, phoned him. I said, "Whereabouts are you in it?" Yeah, he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm 5 minutes away." Gave him 15 minutes. Phoned him back. "Oh, I'm in the Ford Focus. I'm in a white Ford Focus." And I did see a white Ford Focus. So I thought, oh, okay. I was like, "Yeah, I can see a white Ford Focus in it. I'll be there in 2 minutes in that." And I thought, hold on a minute. If I can see the white Ford Focus, how can you be there in 2 minutes? 5 minutes later, him and his youth jumped out of a car and they came over. Literally, no, these are a proper road, but him, anyway, he was a proper road youth. Like, it was a jail youth. Definitely, it was a jail youth. But we were cool. We were cool. But I did think to myself, like, oh, these lot are going to start acting up because they feel like they need to show off in front of man. So, boom, when I was in the flat now, obviously, man's gone inside the flat and I can smell weed in it. So I'm like, yep, meets the description, fits the profile and that. Then I see the brethren rolling up and that, look like ready to spark it in it. And these lot, they look like, I was thinking to myself, because I'm gonna still ask them, like, do you mind in it? Yeah, I was really expecting these lot to kick off, yeah, because man are just act stupid and that. Feel like, oh, man can't come my yard and that in it, yeah. But man's gonna still say to them, look, do you mind in it? Yeah, man not gonna say, you know what, yeah, these lot might kick off and that. Now I'm gonna still find out and see how they're gonna react to the situation. Innit? But luckily, one of them, he actually went outside to start burning weed and that. But yeah, we were just chatting and that, and then he was like, yeah, man, take my number and that. And I said, oh, because I told him about that story with that guy, and I was like, yeah, I don't even want to chat to the man them around it because the man them around there are funny, and I told him the story. And then yeah, he's like, yeah, take my number, don't you? I said, all right, then cool. If I phone you, you're not gonna tell me to delete your number in it. And he laughed in it. So yeah, I put my number in his phone and that, and then we just exchanged numbers. Cool. Yeah, man, that's it, man. We are our own worst enemy in it. Like literally, the people then think, oh, the biggest killers are black man, is it? Or white people in the police. No, it's another black man. It's another black man. Man said in a video before, innit, I had one ex-girlfriend who was Indian and she went to prison to see her older brother. And he said, oh, that guy over there, he's another Sikh guy. He killed such and such and that. And my girl at the time, the ex-girls come back to me and say, oh my God, I went to go and see my brother, because they're all Sikhs and that. I went to go and see my brother and he told me about this guy that killed some other Sikh in another area in, what's that place called? Southall. And she was like, oh, how can you kill your own? I was thinking, blood, that's normal in the black community. Most of the black people that get murdered is by black people, blood. Yeah, in this country, where we're the minority. You would think the numbers would suggest that black people being the minority in this country would get killed by the majority, which is white people. No, the minority get killed also by the minority. But before I go, I'm gonna have an abrupt. Man, like Daniel, I forgot to shout you out, brother. I forgot to shout you out. I did see you earlier, innit? But what did Tom James must have put? What area is it? So it's like the NN3 area, innit? So like lumber tubs and them kind of places there, Lings and that. Yeah, that's the place that's dodging it. But yeah, leave your last comments and I'm going. Yeah. 2 hours and 15 minutes. Man, really enjoyed this live stream. Respect to the people them that's been locked in from whenever and stayed till the end. Yeah. But literally, we are our own worst enemy, man. Can't even walk down the road without seeing another black man, and there's just weird tension between us. And if it ain't even like tension where it's a case of like something could kick off, because you know, when you're watching a man walking down the street, if someone don't look away, and it's not a pussy old thing in it, because blood, you walk down the road, you're gonna get screwed 10 times a day, fam. If you said to yourself, if I walk down the road and I don't look away and I stick it on every man that looks at me, bruv, you'll be dead in a week. On my life, blood. On my life, blood. If you said to yourself, you know, I'm going to walk down the road and anyone screw me, I'm going to stick it on them. Maybe in Northampton you can get away with that bullshit, but in Edmonton and Tottenham, you'll be dead in a fucking week. On my life, blood. So yeah, you got to look away, brother. Yeah, not no pussy. So you might not look away and put his head down and that, but yeah. Yeah, that's it. Just keep it moving in that. You know, looking down and shit, like shook and that. But yeah, literally, there's this tension. But if there ain't that tension, then you got a black man pulling up to you in a Mercedes and that. Oh, looking at you like trying to really get your validation and that, really trying to stunt on a man that you don't know him, you don't know where he come from, you don't know his age, you don't know his name, you're never gonna see him again. But man need to show another black man that, yeah, I'm the real dog, innit? That, yeah, get me. I got a C43 drop top convertible Mercedes and that. Stupid. White people don't stunt on each other like that. Black man, when we get money, we have to show the whole world that we're rich. We can't buy a Rolex watch and not show it. No, we have to buy a Rolex watch and be snapping. Yeah, get that on Snap. Yeah, all up every Instagram story. Man can't just be driving and just filming outside and that. No, man has to be driving with the left hand. Like, who the fuck drives with their left hand? Yeah, pre the thing, fam. A man will have an AP watch or a Rolex watch. You know you're supposed to wear the watch on your left hand, yeah? Who the fuck drives their car with their left hand if you're right-handed? No, if you're driving a car with one hand, you use your writing hand, which is your right hand. If a man is driving a car with his left hand, with his watch hand, he's blatantly doing it to get that Rolex in the shot, or that AP, or that Breitling, or that Cartier in the shot. Who the fuck drives with their left hand and you're right-handed? You drive with your right hand. The man are doing it to try and get their watching. Man, they need to be careful stunting with these Rolex watches and that, because blood, there's niggas out here who's hungry, you know. There's niggas out here who is hungry, literally. You'll just see a couple dark youths appear out of nowhere and they're gonna rob you, bro. Literally. They don't care how tall you look, but them man there's tooled up. Yeah, there's a couple man from a local area next to Edmonton that I know that are in jail now because I think they try they beat up and they robbed an undercover policeman. Yeah, and I think they tried to take his watch or something. Well, it was for like an AP watch that's worth like 20 grand or something. So yeah, man, there's niggas and man out here are hungry, blood. You got a Rolex watch worth 10 grand, man are gonna peel you. Man are gonna peel you. Man don't care how big you are and that. There's 3 of us. We will tackle you and wrestle you to the floor and beat you up, blood, and take that watch off. What that watch is coming with us, whether your hand comes with it or not, but we're leaving with that watch. So if your wrist is still attached to that watch, we're leaving with your arm. Yeah, no joke. But yeah, man, man's done in it. Put your last comment down. Put your last comments down in it. I'll respond to them and I'm like, all right. Yeah, come in it. Come in the yeah. I'm done. Right. That's what I'm saying, fam. Write down how much that pedal was worth, the Rolex was worth. Although it don't really matter, innit? No man's life is worth, but I just want to know, innit? But yeah, coming off 1 minute, last few comments and that, and I'm done. Press 1 if you know about this drink, blood. Press what? Press 10. Press 900 if you know about this drink, blood. Tropical Rhythms, fam. But, so this is the fruit punch version, yeah? This is what I started off drinking. Then man graduated and started drinking the pineapple and ginger one. Then I came across the soul ginger version. But I think they discontinued it. I can't find it nowhere. Couple of the shops and that man go to that I know have it. They got all the other flavors and that apart from this one. But this is the drink for today. Yeah. Yeah, normal. All right, people, I'm gone. 10 more seconds and I'm gone, literally. Like I said, respect to the man them who's still in the live. Respect to the people that came in and had to disappear for whatever reason and that. Big up man like Quincy, Xavier, Tom, Mr. Spook. What else we got? Quincy 82. Come on, Quincy there from day one, fam. Daniel, Network Muscle, Ken's, Batman's nephew, Marcus. Eve, Mark, Jerry Manning, Network Muscle. I'm out. Oh my God, I forgot Dose of David, you know. Yeah, big up to Dose of David, innit? One of the original man.